nice day, which I'm very happy about. As you can probably tell from the title of this live stream, it's a bit of a big one for me. It's my 3-year Lifeiversary. Which is why one of the tags for this stream is also mental health, because I probably will be discussing it a fair bit. Just warning to people who might, struggle with that. I understand it's a lot to talk about, okay? Jinkies? What? Thank you so much. Marcia Leplara. I hope I said that right. Please tell me if not. Also, feel free to lurk if you want to. That's completely fine. Thank you so much for the follow. Also, we have... So I met up with the lovely Self-Love Liv for lunch, who asked people to follow me. So I have a lot of people to thank for follows. We have Eleanor Says, we have 8-Bit Gem, we have Louise Evelyn, Froggy Chur. Thank you all so much. It really does mean a lot that you guys would want to follow, give a damn about me playing some silly games. But today, given the just emotional day that it is for me, I am going to be playing some Minecraft, which is just my go-to game for wholesomeness. Even if I'm having a bad day, even if I'm not playing Minecraft, I will watch someone play Minecraft, because that just, it helps me. It's lovely. I find it so creative, and I love it. I love it so much. I'm not good at it. I have never beaten the Ender Dragon, but I love it. Also, we're having a small celebratory cider. Don't worry, I have consulted my psychiatrist about it. Because, you shouldn't drink with meds, but I have spoken to him. It's okay for me to have the occasional drink, and also it was slowly working up towards seeing how much I could manage. A pint approximately a month is probably what I have. Well done out here. This Minecraft music is mixing weirdly with the Nintendo lo-fi. So what we'll do is we will pull down the Nintendo, and we will just sit. And let's show you some of this lovely game, if it works. It's not working. Great. There we go. All I had to do was click it and it worked suddenly. Minecraft, Java edition. So I had Minecraft on my laptop. I bought it probably 2014, 2015. And had it on my laptop while I was at uni, and honestly it was a saving grace at uni. It just helped me through some very rough times, shall we say. But right as I graduated uni, my laptop broke. Actually, it was right as I was writing my thesis. I had to borrow my dad's old laptop to write my thesis, which was interesting. But yeah, my laptop broke, and after I graduated, after quite a few months, decided to get myself a Switch, and so I have only played Bedrock Edition in the past 3 or 4 years. Oh my god, it's been 4 years since I've played Java. That's wild. But anyway, I got Java back because I got a new laptop recently, and I'm so excited. I also know I'm going to 100% forget so many controls. But I'm very excited. I'm very happy to be doing this, especially on today. It feels right. So with that all being said, I'll start up a new world. I literally haven't even started anything up. There's no other worlds to select. What do I name it? What do I name it? I'm bad at naming worlds. Pretty sure my main world that I play on my Switch is just called Switcheroony. Twitcheroony, baby! We're doing survival. Of course we're doing survival. We're not going to go straight into hardcore. We're going to relearn the controls that I've definitely forgotten. We're gonna do that for a bit first, and then we'll maybe try out some hardcore things. There's also, I'm just adjusting this so you can see me centered a bit more. Hello. There's also like the more options. You can do like super flat world. You can do caves, which I'm very interested about, especially given that we've got the Caves and Cliffs update coming out on Tuesday. I got rid of the name, didn't I? But we're not going to do that now. For now, we are just going to do a normal survival. Maybe this will become... Teddy boy. Oh my god. Maybe this will become a world on which we do loads more streams in the future. Maybe this will just be our starting out, trying out world, and we'll make another world for that later. But for now, we're going to create a new world. Let's see how trash our spawn is. Knowing my luck, in the bin. But I'm not one of those people, if I get a bad spawn, to make a new world. I will persevere. Why? Who knows? But I will. Ooh, okay, we're not in ice. That's lovely. And there's some exposed stone. Oh my god. Guys, I've missed this. I miss this so much. Who would have thought breaking a tree would bring me tears? Liv, hello! Thank you so much for being here. I hope you got home okay. I hope you had a good evening, got some dinner in you, or if not, you're planning to get some dinner in you. We already have sheep. Oh my god, there's a mushroom biome. So that's how I sneak, yep. And this is how I'm going to run. I also have auto jump off, because I hate auto jump. Ooh, so we got a dark oak forest there with all the mushrooms in it. It's not a mushroom biome. That would be insanely rare. But it's so good that we have sheep. Okay. And there's sand over here. Guys, I got a goodish spawn. This is amazing. Turtles! Literally, when I first played Minecraft... Ooh, and there's a cave. This is actually quite a good spawn. When I... No. How do I craft? Oh yeah, I put on noises for you, because, you know, you might not be able to hear the little turtles shambling. But let's actually turn up the game a bit, because I had my desktop audio fairly low, because the last game we were playing was Resident Evil. But this is fine. Don't drop it. Nope, that's text. Guys, I haven't played the E is crafting. Can you tell it's been a while? Can I do the thing? Oh, I can do the thing. I'm slowly but surely remembering things. Okay. Now we're going to place you. Now I get to use you. Lovely. I'm going to make some sticks. There we go. See, slowly but surely I'm remembering things, sort of kind of learning how to do things. She says having just completely dropped things everywhere. You know, making a mess of everything. It's fine, it's fine. Not this. Oh. Like, I took the beginner plays out of my thing, because usually I have that as a thing, but I was like, no, I'm not a beginner at Minecraft. I feel like I probably should have left it in. Don't use it. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to make a sword as well, because I am scared of the night. We may also at this rate be hiding in a hole overnight. Like, if this were a speedrun, we'd be screwed already. I keep thinking that's how I run, because that's how I have to run in Resident Evil. And in this, that's the crouch. So over here, there was a sheepy. Okay, sticks. sorry, Mr. Sheep, but I need your wool. And I also desperately need one wool? How dare you? Sorry, Piggy. Apologies to any vegetarians watching. I am a flexitarian, essentially. This is also There's enough sheep to make a bed. Oh my god, guys, we don't have to hide in a hole all night. But now we have the stuff to make a bed, we're not going to take any more sheep. We're not going to hurt any extra sheep if we don't have to. I am not pulling a Captain Sparkles and murdering 50 cows. If anyone gets that reference, that is an old fucking reference. That is a reference to I would say like 2012 Captain Sparkles video. What we're going to do though is we are going to make our bed. So, 1, 2, 3, thank you. Whoop. Oh, I remembered how to do the clicking thing. Very proud of myself. So, we're going to break you. And over there, it looks like there might be a little bit of a mine. So we're gonna get inside there. Just over here. Might not be. Fish. Like when I first played mine, it's not a mine, it's a hole. Oh well, it's a vaguely safe hole in which to get some stone. When I first played Minecraft, there literally you couldn't see fish in the water. Also, like there have been so many updates to Minecraft since I first got it. The door is going, which I think means my food may be here. My sister is very kindly getting the food for me, and gonna bring it up to me, because she's like, oh, you're streaming? That's fine, I'll bring you the food. And I'm like, oh my god, best sister. Sugarcane. Okay, I'm gonna pick that up now, because although I have nowhere to plant it now, and I don't have a house, Jimmy's Jimmy19992, thank you very much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. I never remember to Cole, we need this. I never remember to start farming sugarcane early enough, and it always gets to like really late, and I want to enchant things, and I can't. Enchant? And I can't. So, you know, we'll start this now. Why not? Just make sure you get some, then as soon as we have a house, we start putting it away. So I hope everyone is doing well. Please don't feel like you have to talk in chat. Trust me, I am very much a lurker quite often. But I hope you're all doing okay. I hope you've had a good day. Or if not, I hope this brings you even a moment of peace to just, you know, relax. Not focus on it. Don't worry about it. We're just here. We're doing... Is that a jungle? No, it's not. It's another... I thought for a second. I think it's another oak wood. Yeah, it's another oak wood. Dark oak. That's fine. I was very excited for a second that we might have a jungle. My food! Thank you, Emily. The best sister is here with the food. Blah, blah, blah. Also, yes, that is an insane amount of messy makeup there. Teddy. Hello, Teddy boy. Teddy down. He can stay up here if he wants to. Oh, good point. He needs dinner. Come on. I was like, I can keep the doggo. And she was like, oh no, he needs to eat. And I'm like, you make valid points. Look at me pretending I'm dream jumping through these trees. She says, falling. Hello, my back hurts. Ouch. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here again. I am cooling down after the madness that was Resident Evil with a bit of Minecraft. Today is a very special day for me. It is my 3-year Lifeiversary, which we're very happy about. And, you know, I thought, what better than to chill out in the evening, eat some Mexican food that's just arrived, and play some Minecraft. I hope you're doing good, and if not, I hope this stream is a nice little distraction, you know? Yes, I should probably cook the food, but aha, I wanted to find some form of cave first before I did. Okay, you've got to be underground because you are not right here. I don't know if you can hear. There's like a zombie right around here. I think a skeleton as well. But they are most likely underground because they are not right there. Oh my god, it's a ravine. Yes! The luck! Let's make a nice little way in. There we go. Safely done. I will also collect this tree because, you know, gotta love it. Oh, well, we'll get you in a minute. Woo, ravine! I know, right? Loads of people, they see ravines and they're like, no, not going in there, it's not safe. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's so many free ores and an open space so you can see where the things are coming at you from. Why would you not? Also, I haven't played on a computer though in ages, so I'm like, we are gonna fall and hurt ourselves most likely. So let's make you a little bit thicker. Yeah, we're playing it safe today. Ish. Kinda. You know me, it's never gonna be that safe. We're playing it safe, says the woman who just used to run at werewolves, shoot at them. I just be like, fuck it, I've got enough bullets. I can body these people. And they have numbers, but I also have numbers in another way. Also, I am the type of Minecraft player who cannot walk past an ore. Ever. Let's make some torches as well, though. That I keep forgetting that E is inventory. I'm too used to old things. Can I... Beautiful. Literally, I'm such an old Minecraft player that when I first played Minecraft, you couldn't hold things in a spare hand. That wasn't a thing. You have to mine every ore you see or else you're like, exactly, at some point you're probably going to need it. So, you know, just grab it now, why not? But yeah, I remember when they first... Oh, okay, thank you. It's also time, so we're gonna... Jinkies! Self-love live! Thank you for following again. The bed is a... How dare you? I like collecting things, you know? I like having them there, just in case. Yeah, I know I can only sleep at night. I'm doing this for other reasons. Okay, so... I am tempted. See, what I usually do is I just go all the way down to the bottom and, you know, say fuck it. But, you know, what we'll do for right now is we'll light up here a bit. That isn't what I want to do. I want to do that. Because otherwise, a creeper is going to fall on me and kill me, aka I will Dean Dobbs it. I'm sorry. That was a reference to Dean and PJ's recent Minecraft hardcore series, where Dean unfortunately met his untimely death to a creeper. It fell from the ceiling in a mine shaft. So, and do you want to know what's amazing about finding even one piece of iron? We can... I had to create a new account as I misspelled my name. Oh yeah, you were self-over. I love ravines because then I can get right to the ores without messing about with loads of cobblestone. Exactly. Yeah, what a rude creeper. How dare they? Also, as my food has arrived, I am going to start having a little munch while we play. But first off, because we now have some amazing iron, that's what it's called. Great work, Aaliyah. We are going to make a furnace. We are going to place the furnace. And we can now make a shield. Amazing. I'm very proud of me. And while that happens, I can get my munch. Just checking that they sent the right munch. They did. Iron ingot. Amazing. We will also cook our food while we do stuff because I need it. How is it that you make a shield again? This? First time. Sorry guys, you're moving. I also have a very particular way that I tend to stack things in my inventory that probably most of you are going to look at and go, what the fuck is she doing? Listen, I don't know, mate. have foods? Yay. Munch, munch. Thank you. Speaking of, we went for soft shell tacos today because I didn't want random bits of food falling down my chest. Again, as Liv can attest to. I dropped a lot of food on myself at lunch. Well, not like a lot, but enough. This is just going to live here with me. We also have peri chips because we love the spice. I'm just using smelting seeds to eat. Also, apologies if you can hear too much of me eating because of this microphone. I got told I was quiet, I got a microphone, now I might be too loud, who knows? Also, why the hell did I put my pork in 2 different places? What am I doing? Come on. Oh, I meant to smelt with the pickaxe, oh well. Okay. Thank you very much for your service. Thank you for helping me build a thing. Come on, Milados. Boop. Can I reach you? There we go. We can reach that. That's close enough. Come on. I saw it there for a second. There we go. I'm just making everything nice and safe, you know? Ah! She says, falling. How dare I? I know I should probably build a shovel, but like, I feel like there's no point building a shovel before I get iron. I'm just gonna use my torches. Sorry to whoever that annoys. So I wonder if these, I think these are probably joined at the bottom, so I might just open this up purely for light purposes. Let's go down. Let's be brave. Let's also remember how to use a shield. How do I use a shield? Aha. So I need to right click when I've got like a sword or something in my hand, something that won't place. Cool. More water. I didn't ask to swim. More iron. Amazing. Where does this lead to? A dead end, but we have items. We love to see it. Literally, I think the first time I ever saw Minecraft, my first thought was like, you could get so organised in this. Like, your storage organisation could be fucking top tier. And then they made item frames be able to hold, like, an ore to show which thing it was, and oh my god, it was heaven to me. And that was the thing that like fully pushed me to get Minecraft. I was like, my storage organisation could be off the charts. And honestly, it fucking was. I remember when my laptop died when I left uni, I was so upset because it meant I lost my world that was like the most organised thing ever. I kid you not. I was so proud. Let's make it upstairs. So we can also run away from Mr. Creeper. You can go there. I should probably eat before I go up to him, because otherwise he's going to explode in front of me. Because I do not have full hearts. All you want, mate. I'm living my best life. God, I love shields. When shields weren't a thing, this was, like, that was the nightmare. And now shields are just like, oh, okay, you want to go up against a creeper? Cool. This is incredibly therapeutic. Thank you very much. I agree. It is just like a nice little, oh, find things, you know, occasionally have to fight something, but not too much, you know. Let's put all of these down there. I'm just gonna make you all sticks. Am I right in remembering that something like this? Aha! There we go. I was like, one of these buttons made all of it change, right? Yes it does. I'm so proud of me for remembering. Actually, this is how I have it organised. That's how we do that. This is all usually pickaxes. This is torches. Extra pickaxe, extra torch. Sometimes an extra sword. This is when we're going fully caving. I usually just play on peaceful mode because I'm not great at fighting mobs. I usually run away from mobs a lot. Like, don't you worry. I'm hardly a mob grinder. I don't even know how to make one of those. When people are like, oh yeah, I made a mob grinder, I'm like, mate, there's a big full pit that I can collect things, and they're like, oh, an EXP farm, and I'm like, I can get EXP from that? How? And they're like, oh, well, when you kill them, and I was like, no, they just fall. And they were like, oh, you don't let them fall, but then I have to be near them. Your plan doesn't seem very logical. Then you have to interact. Hello, Mr. Zombies. I'll be back later. I'm just collecting items. But yeah, I think this is very therapeutic. The music is usually very, like, calm. There often isn't music playing that much, but I don't mind it. I know lots of other people like to play music while they're playing the game. I am perfectly happy with there just being this, the occasional fade in of music like there was a second ago. For now, we will use this. Actually, we'll set up our furnace so that we can smelt our iron. And we can make an iron pickaxe. And in the meantime, we'll get this with this very slowly. But yeah, I don't mind it with no music in the slightest. It's all so calming and relaxing. It must be said though, when the cave music cuts in, terrifying. Like, it's okay. Sorry, Teddy was coming up to see us. My boy. I got home and he just gave me so many kisses, it was lovely. Teddy is a dog for reference, I should probably clarify. Not a human or anything. Thank you. I used all of my sticks. Guys, we're going upstairs to get a tree very quickly. I'm very sorry, I'm dumb. Ooh, it's nighttime again. That's fine. I do not feel like facing angry mobs right now. Yeah, okay, mate, calm down. Lovely. We love to see all these like achievements. It's like, ooh, I'm doing the thing. Thank you. See, and this is why we made the water thing. I usually have things playing in the background when I'm playing Minecraft, so I need the game music off. Honestly, same sometimes. Sometimes I'm there and I'm like watching YouTube while playing it, so the game music is off because otherwise it just overlays and I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. But like if I'm exclusively playing Minecraft, I'm just in for the Minecraft. But if I'm, you know, watching a film and playing Minecraft, it would be a bit confusing if in the middle of like a standoff action scene or something just starts up, you just be like, what is going on? Okay, we have some more wood. I should probably get extra wood. I'll get extra wood. We'll be safe this time. I'll try not to use it all. Usually, when I go caving, I take a full stack of wood with me. You're the underground zombie again, aren't you? You fucking prick. Making me scared. Like I had to watch out for someone around me. How dare you? How very dare you. I will fight you. I probably won't end up having to fight you, but you know. I'm very excited for the Caves and Cliffs update. I really wanted to play this before the update came out, Because for those of you who aren't aware, there is a Caves and Cliffs update coming out. I need to make you into fucking sticks first. Oh my god. There's a Caves and Cliffs update coming out on Tuesday. Very exciting, because finally mining will have reason, purpose behind it. Because, you know, often you're mining and you're just there for hours and you're like, why am I doing this? What is the point of this? And now there will be a point to it. Oh, and we even have enough iron to, like, make some armour. How beautiful. We love to see it. Because I am not picky, I will use my stone sword until it breaks, probably. And again, we should be using... The only reason I kept this dumb pickaxe was to smelt. Chestplate. Oh, and a helmet. Oh, guys, we're getting fancy. Yay. Oh, I've still got that dumb pickaxe. You can break this. Actually, you can't even do it well. Oh my god. How dare you. Oh, you've been playing the snapshots a lot. Whenever I'm there, I'm like, do I play the snapshots or do I just, like, save it so I can experience all of it together? And I tend to go for that one, but I must admit I have been watching some other people play the snapshots. Just like, you know, when people, like, surviving cave only and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I am. What have you thought of it? My back hurts. Like, are you feeling it? Because, I mean, anything's probably a bit more interesting than just this. But, like, when you see that they've got, like, waterfalls underwater, and then they've got the vine things, and, like, it's like a whole overworld under, it seems. And God, I am excited for that. Ow. How dare you, game? Do you not know that I have not played you in a while and I am still learning again? Thank you. That was very rude what you did before. Just Minecraft being like, oh, I'm very sorry. And now we break our way down so that we also have a full way through. See, I did not come here to play around. I came here to do it efficiently. Am I? No. Does my brain believe that I am? Yes. Oh, fucking spiders. Hello, Mr. Bats. Batsy, batsy, batsy. I swear if these bats run in front of my sword one more time, I might scream. Not even a sword, is it? Gosh darn it, Aaliyah, you silly bean. You gonna come down, Mr. Spitz? They're super fun, but cats still act weird around pets. I'm also on mobile now, so if my messages are all messed up, that's why. Don't you worry, honey. You watch on whatever you want. I just appreciate you being here genuinely so much. And, like, you feel free to lurk, you watch and... Ah, fuck you! The thing. As I was saying, do not worry. I am also terrible at noticing messages half the time, so I want your string. I want a bow. Come here's. Are you kidding me? Is my reach not that far? Oh my god. I feel bad because it sort of didn't even give me any bloody string. How dare you. You made me feel bad and you gave me nothing. Disgraceful. Deception. Disgrace. Sorry. Bloody Lion King 2 stuck in my head now. That film was so weird. It's just like, okay, Scar, right, had an adoptive son who also got a scar. Wait, what? Also the fact that the film was just, like, so much ableism, and it was like, evil as plain as the scar on his face. Fucking kids are mean enough as it is. Don't make them start thinking they should bully people who've got scars. Fuck you, Disney. What am I doing? Ooh, I see yours. Gives them to me. Oh, I love gravel. I mean, I hate it most of the time, but then it was funny, so I'll say that I love it. For anyone who is unaware, gravel is one of the few gravity-based blocks in the game, such as sand. So if you place something next to gravel that's floating in the air, it will suddenly recognise that it's generated floating and it will drop to the floor. Or if you break a block that has, like, gravel right above it, the gravel will fall. Just like I fell. I don't think there's that much in this ravine. I think it was a pretty mini one, honestly. And yet I can hear things like this one. Let's find out. I don't know why I'm trying to find the zombies, but I want something interesting, you know? Also, if there is a good cave nearby, lovely. We love a good cave system. Like a naturally generated cave. I'm never one to, like, dig my own caves when I'm playing. I will instead go hunting for a cave system, as long as it takes. I once ended up having to, like, dig my own cave, essentially, because I couldn't find a cave system, and I fucking hated it. It was terrible. I'm not about that, though. I don't want to destroy the natural environment. I want to work with it. She says, digging up its resources and chopping down all of its trees for her own gain. Humans are trash sometimes. Where are you? Because now they're saying the zombie groans are on this side. Where are you? Is there a spawner here? I give up. I give up. We're not looking for zombies anymore. We're just gonna go. We're gonna build a nice house or something. They sound so close. Finally, we got rid of that. Like, they sound like they are right next to me. They're on all sides. How? Also, I do wonder with Caves and Cliffs update, because I think for many years they sort of mentioned about having like underground villages, and I'm like, oh, that would be great. That was just like the sneaky last thing that they added on. I would love that. Because I think actually in one snapshot they even included it, which is wild. No. That sounded like they were right here. We found them! Oh! Is it a spawner? I don't know. Oh my god, you boys are being loud! Oh, let's go. Come here. I'm just gonna give you a kiss. Kissy, kissy. Bye bye. In my brain, I'm just like, right now, don't pipe bomb. Wrong game, Aaliyah. That isn't in this. escape route if needed. You had to restart your computer because it's doing some weird stuff, but you're back now. Lovely to have you back. Sorry your computer's being weird. But you know, didn't miss much. We found gold. Love it. Lava. Amazing. We're probably not low enough for diamonds, but we're actually not far off low enough for diamonds. Wow. Gotta love a ravine. I just was digging around for ages like, I can hear zombies somewhere. They were really pissing me off because it sounded like they were right next to me for so long. And then I finally found this little pocket where they were hiding. See, gold essentially used to be pretty useless. You can make golden apples, golden carrots, I guess. But otherwise you were just sort of like, do I pick up the gold? Whereas now, thanks to the piglins, gold's everything. Give it to me. All of it, please. Yes. Let's get some iron, baby. Let's just dig into a wall and happen to find diamonds. Please. Come on. First, hour of playing. Give me diamonds. Can you imagine? That would be completely fucking wild. Get over here. Because what I tend... Well, that one burnt. What I tend to do with lava is, if I can see that, there's a path, I'll sort of, work my way around that. But then if it looks like there's nothing under there, and it extends further, I will dig through and try to find the route around the lava pit. Because I always just seem to find that diamonds generate around lava. But this one doesn't look like it's going to be very successful. I don't know why I do it, I just do. It's just sort of a thing I came up with when I was playing, I was like, yeah, let's do this, why not? And it has marginal success rate. It does mean you tend to pick up so many blocks, but you buy lava, so it's fine, you can just burn them. Also, it means you tend to, you see a lava pit usually, and you're like, oh, such a small thing. Sometimes they're massive. Or we found extra iron, see, that's a positive. Pickaxe is almost dead, but we have stuff to make more. Another lava pit. Well, it died as I was saying it was going to die, so, can't blame it for doing what I said it would. We need to smelt first. Let's put you in there. I'm also going to eat more tacos, because I have lots of tacos. I also love finding lava pits. It's just like, ooh, a free bin. Why am I not making extra furnaces? Leah, what are you doing? I love how organised they are. Give me some of this. Put you in here. I don't have a massive goal for this stream. I'm just playing some Minecraft, having a nice fun time, It's a big day for me. We're just chilling. I've got my lovely friends here. Psst, that's you. I wanted to use them instead. Oh, I do love the noise of getting things. Just experiencing my hot bar. Yes. Ah, and look at all these new recipes. Lovely, lovely. You will probably get thrown in lava at some point. I've got little enough stuff that I'm happy to sort of hold on to this stuff for now. I'm yeah, sure, why not? But inevitably it will go in lava. Or it will sit in a huge box where I've organised things. How much have we got? We've got plenty to make extra pickaxes if something happens. We're gonna go quick, gonna speed run it. Play the dream music. Oh wait, there's two dream music. There's the and there's also if anyone doesn't know who Dream is, that's gonna sound fucking mad. But also, if you don't know who Dream is, how are you? Lifeiversary Minecraft. He is a Minecraft YouTuber who formerly held some world records, and now there was drama. Manhunt is fake. I like playing modded because in the mod pack there's a button that yes. It's like I know in RLcraft there's that one button in the top of chest that just organises them by every item. So if there's like multiples of things in like loot chests sorted, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, so good. Like, I was always very into like vanilla Minecraft to start out, and like when I played it at uni. But it must be said, I am now very interested in doing like some modded Minecraft things. How did I even get in this hole? Who knows? Ah! Well, I didn't die. Tia! Hello! Lovely to have you here. How you doing, my dear? I hope you're doing well. Playing a little bit of Minecraft. It's my Lifeiversary today, so you know we're talking about some mental health stuff. We're just taking it chill day. Nash, hello! Oh, so many lovely people in chat. Oh, all of my lovelies are here. I feel so blessed. I hope you're doing well, all of you. You'll be lurking but watching. Thank you so much, Nash. Oh, the loveliest bean. The sworded bean. I meant sworded as though you have a sword, not that you are sworded as in the word with an I in it. Hey, Bunny, thank you so much, Nash. You are forever a goddess. And truly just, oh, so lovely. So lovely. Also, oh my god, I just realised that, like, my please help I'm lonely is full. we need to add in things. Let's open up the inventory. Let's adjust our please help I'm lonely. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, sweetie. That's really good to hear. Because, it's a weird world out there, and I hope people are doing well. And if not, I'm always here for a chat. Like, seriously, hit me up. I hope you're okay. And if not, if I can ever do anything to help, please let me know. I know it can be hard out there sometimes, shall we say. But your gal's always here. So how many followers are we at now? Because I think I didn't have Streamlabs open when I got some followers, so I think it's actually off the number. Oh my god, we're at 55 followers. For reference, my lovely dear friend Liv posted on her Instagram stories saying, hey, go follow Alili. She didn't have to, she was just so kind and lovely and decided to. And Liv has a lot of followers. You're still here? Oh, hello. So we jumped like 10 followers in the space of me getting a taxi ride home. We're now at 55. Madness. So many people here. So many just lovely beans. Why did I come up this way? This was a terrible way to come up. But thank you, Tia. Thank you so much. I'm just a happy little lad, just, you know, sitting here all alone. I feel so grateful today, cause you know it's a weird day to try and like wrap your head around, even when you know it's been 4 years and stuff. It's still a day that you're like, I'm happy. I'm like so happy that like I'm here in general, but it's also like sad because you're like, oh god, I remember feeling all of these fuck off, you prick. the very least you dropped bones so I can try and get a dog. But at the same time, it's very, like, not so much sad, but, like, melancholy, remembering that, like, God, I felt that bad. And it wasn't even that long ago, and I still do have days where I feel pretty terrible, often. It's a mixed thing, but it's still very much a day of gratefulness for being able to, like, I haven't, as my, like, Instagram thing post that I did recently said, I have not overcome everything, not in the slightest, but I've overcome a lot from where I was, and, you know, I'm doing pretty alright, and that's rare. If you'd have told me 3 years ago that I would be where I am now, I would have probably not laughed in your face, because I genuinely don't remember the last time I laughed around that point in my life, but I would have thought you were insane, or just lying to me to make me feel better. And so to be able to say, hey, this is where I am now, this is what I feel now, does feel like a huge achievement. As silly as that may sound to some people, like, how is just living an achievement? Mate, trust me, it fucking is. Oh, I thought that was a beehive for a second, and I was like, have we got bees here already? Fuck it, we'll build a house right now. Oh, thank you, Imani. For reference, we discovered recently that Salad Ass is my sister, Imani. She's got the best name. It doesn't sound silly at all. Thank you so much. And big hugs back to you, Tia, my favourite Welsh person. I'm pretty sure I knew you were Welsh before, like, Nads' stream recently. But when I found out in Nads' stream you were Welsh, I was like, oh, I love Welsh accents. I do love me a Welsh accent. Tia, you've taken the spot of just, like, favourite person. Don't actually. Naj, if you're listening, I didn't say that. What? I'm allowed to have multiple favourites. Please, maybe, if you agree. But, yeah, it's a hard thing to try and explain. And I think it's, like I was talking to Liv about this earlier, it's one of those things that, like, unless someone else has been in the same situation, they probably wouldn't be able to understand it. Which, in a way, is why I really hope people I talk to don't understand it. I really hope that people haven't had to go through that, because it isn't fun, to put it mildly. But I'm proud of myself for getting through it and for still being plodding along, even though I can't get that bloody waterfall in my car. There we go. She did the thing. Amazing. Will this ravine actually turn into anything? Unlikely. Are we gonna still search it? Yep. If you would stay in my ear. Oh, thank you, Tia. That means a lot, that you're glad I am, that you care I am, genuinely. Like, I know it might sound, like, insincere and you just being like, oh, I'm a random person on the internet. No. It means hella much. Also, you are a lovely being who I consider to be a very good friend on the internet, so... Did we find him? We found a cow. There's a cow down here? Why the fuck is there a cow in here? Can you kill each other? You're gonna shoot this one and then you're gonna shot. Yeah, buddy. Save me doing the work. I might turn off these noises because they are getting a lot when I do repeated swings. Like, oh my god. Look, just like the whole side of my screen is full up of like weapon noises, skeleton rat, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, calm down. Game. Like, you need to chill. I considered you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tia. Trust me, if I'm crying at all in this stream, it's happy tears. I feel honoured and blessed to be able to be called your friend. Genuinely, you are just such a kind, genuinely lovely person who has always made me feel so, like, happy and welcome. And just existing at all is absolutely an achievement when your brain makes you feel those kinds of awful things. I've dealt with similar experiences as well, and while I can't fix everything, I can say that I am happy you are here, because even though I don't really know you much, you seem like a very kind and funny person. Thank you, you guys! You're so lovely! Footsteps. Sorry, I read footsteps on the screen and I was like, don't you dare. Thank you so much. That genuinely means more than I think I would ever be able to put into words. And again, I hope you're doing okay. I'm sorry you have also had to feel those sorts of things, but genuinely, you are so lovely to me, and I am so glad to have you here. And I don't just mean like in my streams, like adding a viewer count. I mean just here in general. Here, just any form of interaction with you has always been an absolute delight. You have always been so kind. I have nothing but positivity and love for you. This is why I get so overwhelmed and I just start shouting you lovely beans at people, because you are. You lovely little, so cute. Don't question what my voice just did then. Just roll with it. It's fine. Okay, before we go through all this, because this seemed to go deeper, let's get these oars. I'm glad I made that jump. I was very worried I was going to miss somehow the massive pool of water. Also, I'm realising that I wanted to try and keep my windows open today because it's not a spooky stream. I thought, you know what, we'll let some light in, we'll be nice and bright, and it seems to just sort of be backlighting me, so I look weird. We will close the windows at some point because I am literally petrified of moths. As stupid as that sounds, I have a very severe phobia of them. But for now, let's get that vitamin D, you know? Staying inside for a year, haven't got much of it, could do with some. I'm not going to attempt the dream jump and place a block while in midair, but I am going to attempt to jump. I'm proud of myself for making that jump. Listen, as I've said many times, poor to average at games. Like, Minecraft is one of the few games that there was a point in my life where I felt very good. I felt like I was great at it. But, oof, I haven't played Java Minecraft in so long. Big hug. Oh, big hugs everyone. I love you. I'm a pro. Thank you. Minecraft Championship. Where's my invite? Come the fuck on. I'll PvP you. Bed Wars, hit me with it. Get me in the Dream SMP. Like, fucking why not? I just had a thought in my head. What if I just titled the next stream, Joining the Dream SMP? And I just spent the whole time going, Dream, do you want to let me in now? Look, I did a thing. I wasn't actually joining it. I was just like, I'm joining it. Is it not night? Is this not night? Well, apparently not. You'll smash it all. That's the dream. Oh, like, can you just imagine? I just like start like fully clickbaiting my titles, being like, I'm in the Dream SMP. I'm not. Honestly, I feel like some people on Twitch, because you know, it is very hard to get like people to follow you and to see your streams, and I am extraordinarily fortunate that essentially the Hush fam came out in force to support me. But like otherwise, I had Hush and I had Liv, and other than that, I think 2 people have like organically found my streams, and that's it. Why are there cow noises in this cave? But like, yeah, it is just, there's so many people streaming for various reasons. I can imagine it would become, it's so oversaturated, it's hard to like find people to watch you. Which like, I think for me, even if no one was watching me, like I've had like starts of like streams where for like the first hour no one's been watching me, I still just chat away like a mad woman, because this is essentially what my brain is doing regardless. So, you know, may as well let it out. How rude. I was mid-ore collection. The cow is looking for diamonds. It's just down here strip mining. It's just like, I'm gonna fucking get them soon, I promise you, okay? Do you know what's great? Got enough stuff to make some extra things. We're also going... I didn't want to make that, I wanted to make some boots. I might also make an axe, though, for when we get out and we want to chop some wood. Put you guys down here. I only discovered you could do that like a week before I lost my previous Minecraft Java. It was so sad. One thing I will say though, that kudos to Mojang for this. I went to purchase Java again on my new laptop, and it was like, do you remember your Mojang account? And I was like, I definitely remember my Mojang email address, because I only had one email address when I got that, and I bought it for the first time because I was a student. Why would I need extra email addresses? Get in there, you poop. I don't want to run into lava. There we go. And it let me reset my password, and then was like, oh, you've paid for it before. Here you go. And just gave it to me for free. Just gave me the download again, and I was like, really? Like, I know on, like, Steam and stuff, they'll often let you re-download games if it's a new device and you've disconnected the old device and stuff. But, like, mate, I couldn't even remember my password to the damn thing, and it just essentially still gave it to me for free, because I knew that I had one email address in 2014. Like, okay. Also, it's been, oh god, 7 years since I bought it. And they've done so many updates, and they were just like, yeah, no, you can have it again. And I'm like, oh wow, thanks guys. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Which I never used to understand what that... I know, Tia, right? Amazing. I never used to understand what the phrase, never look a gift horse in the mouth meant. Turns out, it's because essentially you can tell a lot about a horse's health by its teeth. I'm so excited for Tuesday. Oh my god, my back hurts and I were talking about it earlier. Apparently they've played quite a few of the snapshots as well, and it's looking good, guys. We're getting some good Minecraft. Gift horse in the mouth, that's what I was saying. So apparently it's actually because you can tell a lot about a horse's health by its mouth and what its teeth look like. And so the phrase, never look a gift horse in the mouth, is essentially, accept the gift, don't try and look for faults. Because if you look in its mouth, you might find out, actually, this thing's going to die pretty soon. Rather than just going, ooh, look a gift. Which, in a way, makes sense. It's like, hey, don't overthink gifts, just sort of be happy with what you've got. But at the same time, someone's given me a gift that turns out that it's rubbish and it's going to just fuck off on me soon. I mean, I sort of want to know. Is there anything down here? Diamonds? Imagine if I was just at like Y40 something in a swamp water little thing and found diamonds. Slime! Slime, come here! Ah! Oh my god, I love a slime. Because then I can make slime balls, and then I do feel bad killing the baby slimes because they can't hurt you. It's honestly refreshing to have a mental health talk with other people who struggle with it, because people who don't experience it tend to have limited Exactly, it's very... It does feel rather one-sided when you're talking with someone who can't relate, because of course, in many ways you're glad they can't relate. You don't want someone you know and care about to have had to experience it, but at the same time, it's hard to feel like you can have always a very strong, genuine conversation when they don't know what it's like. You can't try and be like, oh yeah, so this thing happened, and like saying to some people like, oh god, it was just too much to like make my bed, and they were like, why? And it's like, I don't quite know how to explain that. Mate, sometimes it's too much to get out of the bed. There we go. Do you know what? I shouldn't have made a shield. I should have made a bucket with my last time. Thank you. Ooh, you dropped me string! Sorry, my brain was just like, string? Wow, there. Okay, I'm sorry! Okay, we need to try and find somewhere to live. Because we've got so much stuff and it's filling up an inventory. Still haven't got my own Minecraft account back because my dad can't be asked for his... that's a pain. I presume because it's his email address. I'm sorry about that. That's very frustrating. We need to find somewhere to live. I might make a boat, see what's out there. I'm also going to take these blue flowers because they're very rare and only spawn in swamps, and heaven knows if I'm going to remember where this swamp is. But yeah, I really, really should have made a bucket instead of an axe, I think. But it's fine, because I'm going to chop down some trees now to make it seem like it was productive and worthwhile to do. You see? Making it seem a good idea. That's me. Oh, come on. I refuse to leave you there. I will not have floating trees in my world. Thank you. That cow breaking that just made me go, what's nearby? Sounded like a creeper or something. I was like, oh god. Like when they start to fizzle, it's just like, Let's also get some vines. Why not? Why not? Let's get some vines. That's enough. We can hang them in our house to grow more. Which I only discovered again recently watching someone else play, and I was like, oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? Like, you can hang these things? Also, it's so nice being on Java instead of Bedrock, because I don't have to make a bloody shovel to go out. No, to make a boat. You need a shovel to make a boat? Why? Why do I need a shovel? He bought it for me when I was barely old enough for social media. At this point, I might just buy my own account so I can have my own user. Oh god, your real life last name. Yeah, I can imagine, especially like if you're on any servers, like. Because, you know, like, I think it very much depends on, like, especially if you're under 18, would not have your real last name on a Minecraft server, probably. And, like, even things like Instagram, like, regardless of your age, it's a bit like, yeah, you probably don't want your real last name, your real name on there. Like, I, as a 25-year-old woman, am like, yeah, that's fine, I literally, like... It's very different, I think, depending upon your age, depending upon, like, your background. I think, for me, part of it is, like, my dad used to be a local councillor. And so if you search up my dad, you will find my home address. Like, at this point, my dad has doxed us all. Just popped away from my phone for a sec. So, Tia, you didn't miss much at all. It's just me being like, let's go in a boat, let's try and find a new fun area to live in. Why did I press that? I didn't mean to. And my back hurts for saying my sorry, I don't know why I just presumed your pronouns. I'm very sorry about that. Or why I like misspoke on them. Genuinely so sorry. They were saying that they might get their own Minecraft account because their dad set up their old one, but also it has their real last name on it, which is, you know, one thing, a mod pack I have is that their backpack. I've seen that in like RL Craft, and they're like, oh, here's a backpack, and I'm like, are you kidding me? That's amazing. That's what I've needed all this time. Oh my god, yes. How do I get out of a boat? I have discovered the way. Now give me my boat. Pronouns are any because I'm too. That's a big mood, but also I am very sorry that I did presume them without. It's been a long day. For reference, everyone, feel free to drop your pronouns in the chat. Mine are she, her, or they, them. Happy with any, really. It's the most relatable thing. I know, right? It's just like, that is the biggest of moods. feel so much on that. It's like, gender is a construct designed to try and oppress women and confine men and, like, just do you. Like, come on, can't we all just be people instead of these fleshy things? Am I wrong? That place looks nicer. I'm never really one for, like, spruce. I think this is spruce. Spruce biomes that much. Left shift to dismount. It literally told me there. And then I got to the end and was like, how do I get out of the boat? I usually like to try and build my place in, like, sort of, plains biome. Or, like, a relatively flat place. Because I otherwise will spend hours... Otherwise, I will spend hours climbing up and down things to reach my own house. It's simply my soul's flesh prison. Exactly. For a while now, still figuring out things out. Mine also she, her, and they, them. I hope that things are figuring out wise go okay, go smoothly. I know it can be a struggle, to put it mildly, especially when there's so much discourse about it online, and that can often feel like, even amongst, like, those communities that are meant to be more accepting about it, like the LGBT community, LGBT plus obviously community, that, like, there's sort of this expectation that you will work it out and give you, and it's like, whoa, this takes a lot of time and self-reflection, and even then, it, like, gender is, to me at least, often a very fluid thing that will change as your, like, experiences change and as your life changes. And it's not necessarily always going to be the one defined set thing, which is why, for me, I also usually often include, like, they, them as one of the things, because, like, you know, it's a weird thing. But also I know that it does also depend a lot upon if you have, like, supportive people in your real life about it, and I hope you do. And if not, I hope you know that you always have me, and that you always have, whether you want to, like, DM me, whether you just want to turn up in streams and just chill for a bit, because this is a safe space. I will smite anyone who tries to disrespect us, our pronouns, our choices. My grandma once called me a lefty liberalist lesbian, and honestly, yes. Big mood. It me. You thought that was an insult? You just gave me my new Twitter bio, grandma. But, like, genuinely, I am always here for you. I would hope that the community that is in this chat is also here for you and supportive. And if not, let me know and I'll block them. Also, in real life, I will throw hands if I need to. Also, I live on a very small island in Canada that's only a bit bigger than a city, so it'd be fairly easy to do something nasty if... Oh my god, yes! Jeez, yeah, I must admit, I'm a bit surprised that your father set it up with your real name, knowing that, because usually it's our parents who are like, don't talk to strangers on the internet and stuff, and in this case, they were just like, yeah, I'll just give out your real name and stuff, like... It's not the smartest move. Then again, I suppose, you know, people of the older generations don't tend to be as internet savvy. But they're also the ones who tell us to be careful, so, you know. But, yeah, that's... But also, Canada, very nice and interesting. Ooh, I am just boring England with just history of huge colonialism and... Oh... Your father has no concept of how social media works. Yeah, that sounds like my mum. That very much sounds like my mum. Yeah, I'd say maybe your own account, because, you know, it just needs an email address to set up, at least an account on there. Or maybe if he does ever get you access back, change the username. Would be my suggestions. Purely for your own, like, well-being. I'm just running around at this point trying to find a big enough plains biome that I can claim as my own. this isn't very interesting. God, if I had a saddle, I could have used one of those horses back there. But your gal is not lucky enough for that. We have not seen any shipwrecks so far. And we haven't even found a desert to try and find, like, my brain just completely blanked out on that. Desert temple, that's the word. My brain was just like, no, you don't know this word. And I'm like, I definitely do. Bah! Sorry, just... They were calling out to me, I had to respond. I used to be able to make these kinds of jumps all the time. Back in my day. Oh my god, that's a spawner. Guys, we may find a saddle in here. You're nearly 19. Birthday June 19th! Happy early birthday! Woo, baby! I'm going to try and remember your birthday. It's 2 weeks Saturday. Happy early birthday. Hopefully I will remember in later streams to also say happy early birthday to you. I hope you have a lovely time. Even though you're technically a legal adult, you don't feel secure giving. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's like, even as a legal adult, like, as I said earlier, I'm in a very odd position where I have a father who had, like, contact details out, and we would get post come to the house and stuff, and people turning up thinking it was Lib Dem Solihull headquarters, and I was like, nah mate, this is a residential house. But yeah, even as a full grown adult, giving out your full name probably isn't the best idea, especially not, you know, Minecraft. It's a bit like, it's one of those things where the people playing it could be 13-year-olds. They could also be, like, 40-year-olds who are on, like, I don't know, incel pages about why women are terrible and it's due to feminism that they can't get a date, you know? Maybe it's just that we're socially awkward. Also, they're like, oh, I can't date a woman because they won't want me because of this. And I'm like, mate, I am a woman. I have never been on a date either. Don't you worry. How am I not close enough to reach? Oh, that's frustrating. So on Bedrock, my reach is far enough that I can hit and kill and get rid of a spawner at this distance. It's not on this, which is very frustrating. I'm just going to let them take each other out for now. Any more of you in there? Yeah, okay. I could have made a mob spawner probably, but I mainly just wanted the chests for now. And also all of their arrows, very useful. A bucket, love to see it. Seeds, amazing for making things. Gunpowder, we are stealing. No, we don't want to get rid of that, we want to get rid of those. Definitely not getting rid of that. You can have the sand. More string. I know, right? It was why I was saying earlier, I was like, I could have sworn my arm's length was good enough for this. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set up my furnaces. I'm not going into the Latin basis in my head, I can't be asked. And actually, like, smelt some of this stuff so that I have space and can make things into, like, blocks. And also so that I can make my... I want to take the horse armor in case I get a horse. And also so that I can make some trousers, because currently I have none. Oh, you've got beetroot seeds. Those are very hard to find normally, naturally. And while it smelts, I get some more taco. Oh. Yeah, I don't understand why my arm length is different between, I don't know. Okay, now, like, once we have a house and I can put things in chests and it's all nice and organised, my inventory will be so smooth and clean, and, like, I usually have things so organised, but for right now, it's all just a bit all over the place, you know? Thank you. It is what it is. But we're making it work, and we're having a nice jolly time. I mean, I am. I hope you guys are. I would hope, given the fact that there's people still here, that this isn't just terrible and that you're not just here like, oh god, why the fuck am I? Why would I want to watch this girl, you know? Oh. Sorry, I was just checking. My Streamlabs was like, check, this thing's still working? And I was like, is it not? And it was like, it is, we just wanted you to check. Yeah, exactly. Especially when you have, like, younger siblings or relatives and stuff, like, yeah. I am the youngest of my household, so for me it was more just like, doing myself. You are too! I'm a bit annoyed when Twitch didn't give you the notification when I went live. Super happy to be here. Oh, thank you. I think it's because, because I was looking at the like little achievements page you have on the Twitch creator thing, until you hit 50 followers, you don't get to send out notifications when you go live. Which is weird, because if anything, it makes it harder for you to get followers, surely, if you can't have the regular people in. I don't know. I don't know. But thanks to Liv and her beautifulness, we're now above 50, so that's very... I don't know how. I'm shocked and amazed and thanking that everyone wants to be here. Also, I do need to fill this bucket with water. I know, right? It's so weird. I think it was like, oh yeah, from then on they'll have the option to turn them on, so I don't know if you'll have to go into your settings to do it, you know, like with like notification. I don't know. You could also probably just unfollow and refollow and it would automatically turn them on. Whatever is easiest. But yeah, it's really weird how Twitch does some of these things. Like looking at the creator thing, it's like, what are you, why, oh, the music's kicking in. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. See, this is the thing, it's like just soft, gentle music. It's if I'm in the mood to just do Minecraft, sorry, I'm fetching more alcohol. It's only the rest of the pint that I was drinking before, don't worry, not going over the limits that I've discussed with my psychiatrist. Not looking for that, just, this is a very nice flavour. Also, it's a special day, so I thought a little special nice treat. Twitch seems to enjoy making bad decisions. Yeah. He's a couple years younger than you and his whole head torn. That's like me and one of my sisters. One of my sisters, the eldest, and I are essentially the same height. The middle sister, she is how many inches shorter? A fair few inches, probably about a head's worth. Which I think has always been not like a struggle, but people have always sort of like made fun of her, which isn't fair in the slightest. It's in no way like a choice, and I think especially like our dad used to make, not like fully like make fun of her, but make enough like snide jokey things that it did probably become like a bit uncomfortable, which is understandable. Like, I think my parents were a lot easier on me than they were on my siblings, especially the eldest. Like, I think I was like, oh, my friends want to know if I can go out and do this. My parents were like, yeah, sure. And my eldest sister was like, you would never have let me do this. And it's because, had the first one and realised, like, yeah, that's fine, we can let him do that. So I think there definitely were many boons to being the youngest, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like my dad expected me to agree to do a lot more things in some ways. But, you know. Ooh, it's a little bit loud. Thank you for letting me know. We will turn that down. I've missed quite a few things. Youngest brother is the exact same size and he's nowhere near done growing. Oh, okay, so he's going to probably be overtaking as well soon. Oh, no. You stopped growing when you were 12. You used to be taller than I, just friends with short people. Hey, but if you're friends with short people, you will look taller, so that's good. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I have adjusted it, because essentially the music's in here so rarely. I was like, we'll try this and see. I turned it down quite a bit. So fingers crossed when the next music section comes up, it won't be overwhelming. Please let me know if it is. And thank you for telling me this time that it was. I feel so bad in like earlier streams when people just wouldn't tell me when they couldn't hear the game. And no one said when they couldn't see things, because they were all just like, oh, well, we know it's your first stream. And I'm like, that's very kind, but I want you to enjoy this with me. It's the whole point of this. Otherwise, I'd play it alone. I'm doing this to share with you. I have too much stuff to pick up. Screw it, we'll get rid of the mushrooms. Sorry, mushrooms. I should probably just turn those into blocks of coal, but I'm feeling lazy. So why would I? Back in a minute, don't you worry. You go eat. I hope you enjoy that munch. Get it in ya. Have a good one. Sheepies. I don't know why I'm shearing this many sheep. I don't know what I'm going to do with this much wool, but it just feels good to have, you know? Did I just do a huge circle? I feel like I probably did, didn't I? And I've come back to the place that I essentially started at over there. Well, I feel like I either need to just build a house in this forest, even if it's just a temporary one, or I need to pick a direction and run in it for a full day. And I'm tempted to do the running thing because I don't like being completely surrounded by trees where I can't then see anything or get anything. Like, anything could come up on me in this forest, you know? Don't know if I ever said, but I'll try and bring it up so you're talking about age. You're 21. Okay. Good to know you're not a baby. Good to know I haven't just been swearing my mouth around in front of a little children's. I am 25. So... my favourite thing was when it got to my birthday and a friend said, hey, don't worry, you'll be as close to 30 as you are to 20. And I was like, I mean, I guess. It's just mostly weird. I, like, remember, it feels like it was just the other day when I, like, went to uni and stuff. Also, don't worry, I did not worry you were a complete baby because I had seen you mention in like Cam's chats that you were at uni and you were doing your final things, which I hope they've gone well. I hope uni is treating you good, not too bad. Fingers crossed. If it is, you can always come here to hide away from it. But yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know that I can also, like, you know, swear freely and not worry. Like when Naj's here. Naj's set up, she's probably lurking still, so love you very much, Naj. Set up a cuss thing, so anytime I swear, she was logging it for like my first game of Resident Evil, and I was like, oh honey, if you want to do that every stream, we're going to be here a while. We have found a flower biome! I'm building my house here. I am 100%. In a jungle! Melody, exciting, scary. They have, thank you so much for remembering. Oh my god, Tia, that's amazing! You little smart bean, you! A first! Ah! That is incredible. I am so happy for you. You absolutely wholeheartedly deserve it because I know how much work and effort you are putting into everything. Honestly, wow. As someone with a tutu, I bow down. Yeah, I essentially had 2 mental breakdowns while at university, but was just like, no, it's fine, I can finish my degree. way too kind. I am only honest and truthful, and that is genuinely amazing. Can I swim? Yes, I can. Good. Good, good. Much faster. Like it better. That's so good. You absolutely deserve it after all the work and effort. And well done you, because I know how much effort it is to try and do that and get that, and like, kudos. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it was a lot, but we made it. We're here. And queer and filled with existential fear, to quote Dan Hell. Okay, I really want my house to be probably just like right here, pretty much. I want it in the flower biome. I want it near the jungle. Jungles are super cool and very rare. I remember in like my first ever huge Minecraft world where I had houses in different biomes, I had like a jungle treehouse, which was very fun, but also like a lot of work to get to every time. I wonder if we can find pandas. Who knows? I'm just trying to find like the best spot with slightly level ground. Maybe over there. I can just hear like skeletons somewhere. You're playing alongside. Oh, I'm very happy to hear that. That genuinely makes me so happy. I'm like, oh my god, it's like we've got like a little Minecraft thing going on. Minecraft buddies. I know, right? They're so pretty. They're so pretty. They feel very rare. Ooh, because I'm one of those people as well. I don't want to like completely terraform an area. I don't want to change everything about it. I like to try and sort of build somewhat into the natural biome. So I think I might build my house maybe like here, and then like the main doorway opens up and we come outside and we see this. But then we also have the side door that will take us to see this beautiful place. And the farm maybe back here. I'm like, I don't want to terraform. She suddenly thinks about how she's going to strip this entire land back to make it flat. Damn it. Why did you have to be a hilly flower biome? Because we could build there, but then we don't really have any space to like do anything. Tell you what. We'll put our house on that hill so we can look out to the jungle and still have lots of flowers around us. That seems like it could work. Maybe. We'll see. I feel like the rest of the stream is probably just going to be... Hi, Eboniah. Hello, Crush2281. I'm afraid I'm not sure what that nickname is, but hey, what's up? How's it going, my boo? I hope you're doing good. We're playing some Minecraft. We found a flower biome and a jungle intersecting it. I'm very happy. Yeah, I feel like we as humans have ruined enough places that like just wanna walk around things a bit more, you know? Wanna let them be. I'm also probably gonna have to start planting things very quickly because I try not to eat too much meat in the game. I know it sounds stupid. I left my crafting table in the other place. I know it sounds stupid given it's just a game, but at the same time in my head I'm like, oh no, but you know, we are destroying the planet by eating meat. She says, knowing that she has literally chicken tacos next to her. What a silly bean I am. You getting that? And now we're just gonna place loads of things. No, not that. It's like I know that there's a button to like move things up really quickly and I can't remember what the hell it is. You're back! Hello! You had some strawberries that were very nice. Oh, that sounds delightful. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, ooh, imagine just like some fruit, some fresh stuff. Exactly! Like, you know, maybe if I do it in Minecraft, it'll start to stick in real life. Try and be a bit less meaty, bit more veggie, you know? Also, I am just going to play around quickly with these keys to see if I can work out what moves things quickly up. No. 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 Definitely not. Okay, I haven't a clue. I'll work it out at some point off stream, probably. Actually, we can set you to smelting. We found an area, about Kurtz, where we think we're gonna set up a house. So we are gonna start flattening a bit of the stuff. We are going to. Oh my god! It is fully nighttime. When did that happen? Shift. Ooh. Also, you don't need to apologise for putting a kiss. I was just like, oh my god, hey, we're really friends. If I do, I don't know. Yes, house area. Rose, hello. Lovely to have you here. We are playing some Minecraft. We think we found an area for a house. I'll show you as well my back cuts because you just got back. We've got a flower biome here that extends into like some hilly flowers and a jungle. Amazing. Amazing. I wouldn't want to make you. That is more than fine. Don't you worry. I'm the type of person who will hug you as soon as I see you. I will put kisses at the end of pretty much all messages. Also, let's be real. We popped up in Nads's stream the other day, and she just full on was like, "Oh, Aaliyah, you want to date?" And I was like, people are scary and attractive, and I don't talk to many other humans. Oh, more space. Fabulous. No, I needed that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Who knows? This suddenly feels like so much pressure now. Well, not like so much. Don't you worry, I'm not feeling pressured or anything. But it's like, it's very different playing with people watching me, because usually I'm just like, just throw it wherever I want, and now I'm like, I want to make this interesting for you all. She had a big old crush. Panda time! I know guys, literally, we're gonna set up, even if it's sort of like a shabby house, we're gonna get some bamboo, I'm gonna find some pandas. I also want to find some parrots. So let me know how this music is, because now we've, last time there was music playing, whereas it was a bit too loud compared to me and the stream. So now we have the perfect opportunity to test it. We have to support you, thank you. I genuinely appreciate it so much. That means the absolute world to me. It's a stream title, and the tags probably give it away. This is very much sort of like a mental health stream today. It is my 3-year Lifeiversary. It's louder than I am, but it's still cool. I'll turn it down a little bit more then, though. Because, don't want it to be too loud. Okay, I love how whenever I go to turn it down, the music seems to stop. It's still a smidge loud, but not extreme. Cool, we've amended it again. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit better. Because, I want you all to hear my beautiful tones and voice. Also, I should warn you, this is going to be a very, we'll call it rustic house. I am not a good house builder. I am definitely, didn't mean to do that. I am definitely more of a miner than a builder in Minecraft. Like, my houses tend to just look like chunks. It was only recently that I tried for the first time, like, putting trapdoors to make, like, window eaves. I build squares. Yes, square. That's what the game is. It's a cube. I just make a cube, okay? I want to look like the game. Literally, I just build squares. That's all it is. Also, it's quite useful here that there's also some sand so that we can make some windows. Very cute. It's a stealth house. I'm very glad that you guys also appreciate a good cuboidal building. Ooh, gotta get those saplings. We will always replant trees. Hashtag team trees. I was saying earlier that in a future stream I might just be like, joining the Dream SMP? Even though I'm definitely never going to be joining the Dream SMP. And I'm just like, Mr. Beast asked me to do team trees. Because it seems like I am very fortunate that a lot of my followers are from, like, communities that I also participate in the chats of. But it seems so incredibly hard to, like, grow organically on here. Like, kudos to everyone trying to do it. It's a lot. Like, even with, like, huge support from so many, like, amazing communities and so many different chats and stuff, and having raids from people, only reason I hit 50 followers is because my absolute darling of a friend Liv gave me a shout out on Instagram on her stories today. She has a very big platform, so many people. She is absolutely bloody incredible though, so she deserves every single fucking one of them. She is just words truly cannot explain how kind and supportive she is. And yeah, and it's just, I think so far there's probably been maybe like 3 people, I think, who have followed me whose names I don't recognise from another stream community that I'm in, or like followed me when someone raided me. It seems like a very hard thing to do. My back hurts. Thank you very much for the host. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, lovely being you. Oh, it's one of those things. It's like, wow, no, I think it seems almost a bit like YouTube back in the day, when it was sort of so new and such a new weird thing that people could sort of just like start it up and would get a fairly like reasonable sized following. But now there are these huge names that everyone goes to, and also everyone wants to like be a YouTuber, have that as a career. Because like, I mean, honestly, yeah, it sounds fucking amazing getting to like be creative on your own terms and get to control your own things and make content that you want to. But like, it's so oversaturated. How's anyone gonna find you? How are you gonna stand out from the crowds, as they say? I'm just here playing some Minecraft. I just followed the sound of Kay. You can absolutely make queer jokes, don't you worry. So long as they're not harmful to anyone, and not calling someone a little queer thing. But yeah, no, about me, absolutely, go for it, yes. No, my tags immediately, the first one I ever put on, I was like, LGBT. Yes, we need that. They need to know that this is, yes, we are here, this is the place. We're here, we're queer, we're filled with existential fear, and all are welcome to snuggle together under these blankies because we're all a bit scared, But yeah, it does seem like it's very hard to, whether it be because even things like Instagram, they have such like an algorithmic thing where if you don't post regularly and at peak times for this, that and the other, they don't promote you, or whether it be that, like Minecraft, if you look up how many people are playing Minecraft live right now, because it is one of my favourite categories on Twitch, it's always thousands. Like, absolutely thousands. So unless you play, like, a smaller niche game, you're probably not going to be seen as easily playing Minecraft. So, like, one of the other things I follow is Earthbound, which is a super fun game, and usually you'll look on that and there's only, like, 6 or 7 people playing it at once. But how many people are also looking for Earthbound, a game that came out in noughties? 90s maybe even? It's, yeah. We need the queer vibes. I am honoured to be able to provide any queer vibes for you. Always and forever. Yes. Viva la queer.
Social media is huge. Yeah, it's it's how you interact with your community, but you mostly just vibe and be gay. Honestly, that sounds fucking amazing. Yes, please. I will be joining immediately. It sounds like my type of place. I do believe I followed you, but if not, I'm following you immediately after this because I definitely meant to. I think I did. I'll check. Because I remember you once like, oh yeah, when I stream, and I was like, oh, I can follow you streaming. Oh yeah, baby. Because I don't have friends. I just sort of, I chat to people online and I'm like, hey, mind if I follow you? And they're like, go for it. And I'm like, yes, I made a friend. There's also the thing that some games are more niche, yeah, and aren't being looked for. Exactly. Wholeheartedly. So I think it is, yeah, it's one of those weird things. It's like you looking at it now compared to where it was, like, I'm gonna sound so old as like, even though I'm only 25. But looking at it where it is now versus where it was even like 10 years ago, it's changed so much. People aren't looking for crosswords on Twitch all that often. When me and other people do stream crosswords, usually other people who do end up finding it. Exactly. It's like when you do like a niche thing, you will draw in like that community of people, and it usually is like a really like strong, tight knit community who are really like caring and just love this thing that they do. But it also does mean you're probably gonna not have as many viewers, which I suppose in the grand scheme of things, it depends on sort of like what you're looking for out of this. Like, I am not looking for loads of viewers and actually joining the Stream SMP and becoming a Twitch streamer full time. Like, I have a full time job. This is what I do in my free time as a hobby. I think if that's sort of what you want to do and what you want to gain from, God, you fucking scared me when I turned around. Mate, why are you trying to drown yourself? Get out of here. Stop trying to get on land. Like, if you are just looking for, like, people to connect with while you're playing and doing something fun, awesome. But if, like, obviously there are some people who understandably genuinely want to do this as a job. Like, it seems like it'd be super fun, let's be real. Just getting to do this all the damn time. And obviously, realistically, you would have some responsibilities, but essentially it seems like you have no responsibilities. Just hang out, play Twitch when you want to. But, like, it'll be a lot harder for those people to find ways to grow because you're probably aiming for larger communities where it's already oversaturated. Whereas if you're going for more like a community that just you care about and is more niche, you're probably still gonna find it hard to grow because it's more niche, you know? Making it a full-time job is exhausting but rewarding. I'm stable to its first job in 2 years. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm like, honestly, amazing. So good that you are able to like have a job that you feel like fulfilled in, and also that you're able to deal with a disability and stuff. That wasn't meant to sound condescending. I'm very sorry if it did. It's more like I myself with like mental health issues, technically that are disabilities, and like my mum also has like various disabilities, and she hasn't been able to find anything like that she can do really. But also managing to make it a full-time career. Oh my god, girl, you fucking wilds in out here. Oh yeah, babe. I'm glad it didn't sound condescending. Also, oh my god, you fucking wilds in out here. We live for it. Honestly, what I just want out of streaming is just help with crosswords, because I don't. As a dyslexic, I would offer, but I feel like I'd probably actually hinder you quite a lot. Like, I try, and I feel like I just fail miserably. Right, so, I want a doorway right there. Leading out onto the sand. I also like it to be completely even, because I am weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have a corner. Now I need to count that, though. Oh no, my plants! Oh no. I'm sorry, Seeds. I'll replant you. It's okay. We'll get you a better home. It'll be so much better than that shit one you were in before. Don't you worry. Why did I personify the Seeds to such an extent that I feel bad about if you ever do it, you'd love to do it for fun. Obviously, it would be amazing to have a full-time job for it done. Yeah, I think it is one of those things that I think I myself am slightly cynical just because of like my age and because I don't know, I think when I was younger it wasn't a thing that anyone did Twitch as a full-time job. So in my mind I'm still like, Twitch is a job? How do you what? But I think for me with I didn't want any of these here. With various things going on in my life, I think I definitely am more so like this is like a fun hobby on the side of like my full-time job, just because I have various responsibilities that unfortunately mean that at this point in my life I need a traditional job. Yeah. Make myself sick to my stomach saying it. Didn't want that one there. That one's meant to be... Is it meant to be? Ooh, that one's okay. We didn't fuck it up, guys. As you can see, the block is forming. All hail the block. That's amazing. I'm glad it didn't sound constipated. I can't believe you've done this. Poor little plants. I know, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't want to hurt them. I needed to put down on the floor. Oh. Honestly, I'm in awe and just so like happy for anyone who manages to make this sort of thing their full-time job, or anyone who manages to make the internet their full-time job. I feel like I'm just slightly too old for it, which is weird as someone who is only 25. The internet makes you feel like 25 is fucking 50 sometimes. I went to buy cider recently, and they asked for my ID, and I handed it over, and they handed it back so quickly, and I was like, oh, okay, and they were like, it started with a 19, and I was like, don't say that to me. What? Children born in 2000 can drink. How? Where did the time go? The plants right now. I know, right? It's like, what? How did you? What? Okay, guess that's a thing then. Honestly, I used to always also, when I was building like my first just sort of like temporary starter house, I never used to build roofs until one time I went away to grab a drink while I was playing Minecraft, and didn't pause it because I was like, I'm in my house, it's fine. Also, I want these plants to grow, like I want some more wheat. And a spider jumped it and just decimated me. So now we put roofs on things, apparently. They committed a murder on your spot, handing the ID back to you. I was shooketh. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? It starts with this, so we know you're old. Oh, I didn't want to. 3 doors. This is the annoying thing. I like having 4 doors so I can get out from any exit, but it means I always have spares. I don't get why the internet makes people in their early 20s feel old. Thank you. It's literally just not a child anymore. Like, is there no space between teenager and old person? Exactly. I think part of it is probably because of the way that, like, entertainment depicts, like, oh, you finished, like, your teenage years. You're such a grown-up in some ways. And as well when they're like, oh my god, she was so young and free and blah, 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 blah. But it really is this thing of, like, it's almost like we've sort of indoctrinated like a whole generation into being like, God, as soon as I hit this, I'm fucking done for. It's like, no, guys, come on, you've got so much left to live for. Don't act like this is so old. It's not. Calm yourselves. But I think as well it's partially like, again, more so like the way the media portrays it and the way like TV shows portray it, where it's like, oh, you've hit this is where you now have to like grow up and get a proper job and do this, and you're essentially just an adult that has to live their life doing all these things. And it's like, well, I wouldn't say that's entirely true, guys, come on. Listen, I still have TikTok. I spent ages not wanting to get it though, because I was like, don't you dare. You're making me feel old. Music is playing again. Please let me know. Too loud again. We can take it a teeny bit lower before it'll just be off completely. Especially when people turn 30. Like, that's not even close. Exactly. Like, I have always said that I do not consider you old until you're like 86. Or until like you're at the age where you wouldn't be alive 100 years ago. Not taking into account like world wars and stuff, you know. There's also a lot of pressure in the media on the internet to have a lot accomplished. I know, right? You're meant to be like this thing, and then in TV shows, they're like, they move into their own apartment immediately, and they live on their own, and they immediately get this job. And it's like, no, that's not the case at all. Like, I work full time, 9 till 5, 5 days a week. I could probably maybe just about afford to live on my own if I never ever did or saw anyone ever again. Pretty much. I would have nothing spare, and even then I wouldn't be like thriving on my own, living in New York in a this many bed apartment. It would be a box, maybe a shared house even, just fucking, oh my god. Like, the way that like they always portray like, oh, as soon as you hit this age you have to go out and live your own life, and like I do in many ways think that like, yeah, like traveling is definitely very good and probably like feeds your soul a lot in many ways, and it can teach you a lot about yourself, but like make it seem like you have to live on your own and you have to be able to do these things immediately as soon as you hit this age is just unrealistic, and it does put a lot of pressure on you. Like Tia said, like I remember being like, when I got out of uni and I moved back home, and I was like, oh, I feel like I failed almost as like an adult because I'm just back here, and it's like, no, you're fucking doing the best you can. Is this not how I make window panes? How do I make window panes again? Screw it, I'm turning you on. Show me how to make window panes. Ah, you. Turning you off again. I like to try and remember my... Excuse me. Oh my god, there is a massive bumblebee stuck in the window. Not like in the window, it's like, it's a slanty window. People's brains are still developing in their 20s, and being completely successful by the time you're 25 is honestly a ridiculous expectation. Yes. Also, Tia, I'm glad the music sounds good. You gave up after becoming disabled at 18 because everyone had me convinced it was too late for me. I'm so sorry to hear that. It is absolutely not too late for you in the slightest. Like, I know so many people who've like gone back into like education if they want to, in like later years in their life, because they were like, actually I didn't do the thing I was interested in. And that's especially terrible that they made you feel like that, especially if it was because you'd like had this disability occur. Honestly, what's their address? I can throw some hands. They sound like poops. Send them my way, I'll show them what for. I'll show them. I didn't mean to threaten the people in your life, but I also kind of did, so. You guys are going there. I love bees, so small, so stupid. Do it! Cool. Send me a whisper, I'll be there. But like, yeah, it's like you can still achieve so much, and especially like what my back hurts was saying, like you're literally still fucking growing. Like legally, we've defined you to be an adult because the major functions of your brain are sort of there, but like dependent upon like genealogy, gender, hormone things, you may still have so much development to go. And people are like, you have to have it all fixed and sorted by then. Fuck off. It's that kind of mentality that caused me to have, 3 mental breakdowns before I hit 25. Actually, technically 4 because of when my birthday was. But anyway, and those are just the registered ones. Like, oof. Like looking back at my teenage years, I'm like, wow, no, I was completely fucking not good. But nobody knew. Because I didn't even know. Because I think especially, like, the type of school I went to, which was a private school, which I always feel very awkward saying, because it's very, like, those schools are very classist, and they're very monetary based, and it is obviously a privilege to be able to afford a school like that, but it wasn't so much that my family could afford it, it was that, like, my grandma could afford it. If it had been up to my parents, no, we couldn't have. My mum decided to not get any inheritance and instead send us to this school. And, yeah, it was like this school you had to have, like, everything planned out. I remember when we were in year 7, they were asking us where we wanted to go to university. And they made you feel like if you didn't have all this stuff done by this time, you had failed. And it was so overwhelming. It was so much. You can use my cane, I'll bring popcorn, amazing. On your uni course, there were 2 lovely people who were 40 plus. Absolutely fab people to work with, but it goes to show that there's no set timeline to things. Exactly. Like, I remember one of my favourite people from uni was, I think he was 36. His name was James. Absolute babe. Loved him. Also, people think that being in your late teens, early 20s is supposed to be the time that you just vibe and do a bunch of stupid things. Yeah, it sounds more fun to do that when you're older. You can legally do a lot more of it when you're older. And also, it is this weird thing where society puts this pressure on you to be like this adult who has it all fixed by this time, but you also need to have had fun and gone crazy in this time, and you need... How am I meant to, like, suddenly have, like, a 401k and be drinking and wilding at the same... my favourite classmate was 4 times your age. See, it just goes to show. Year 7, yeah, literally. I wholeheartedly remember it, and I was like... I wasn't even sure what the fuck uni was, essentially, at that age. Do you want to know why? Because I was in year bloody 7. And I remember, like, one of my then friends, since realised she was the most toxic piece of trash in the world, was like, oh, I want to do chemical engineering at Cambridge. And I was like, oh my god, okay, enjoy that. I think I missed some chats, so I'm just quickly going to check. Oh no, I think I got them all. I think I did. If not, I'm very, very sorry. I hope I did. I may be a legal adult, but I am absolutely not an adult in any other way. I've got no idea what I'm doing, and I don't need to. Still figuring this out, exactly. Since you're autistic, having slightly different living needs than people who aren't. Yes, exactly. Still figuring out what those needs are before you... Honestly, I think that's good that you're taking the time to figure out what your needs are and making sure that you would be able to, like, provide for them and, well, provide for yourself and care for yourself before you move out. Because I think one of the... probably not worst thing, but one of the things that can be very damaging to young people is because of this seeming urge and need to move out that society has placed on you. You sort of leave and then you realise you aren't prepared, you aren't, whether it be capable or comfortable living on your own, and suddenly you're in this thing of like, do I go back? Do I do this? Like, what? How do you... It's weird. I'm an idiot. And I had to Google how old your 7 kids are.
You're not an idiot. I just forget that not everyone is from the UK sometimes. I'm very sorry. Well, it's not that I obviously understand different countries are a thing and don't think everyone's, like, from the UK. It's more, I forget that, like, the world did not come up with one single schooling system and just went, we're all going to call them different things. What the fuck is middle school? What? I don't know that. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my jam. Completely understandable, very mature thing to do. I wholeheartedly agree. It's good and smart that you're doing that and taking the time to figure things out. Can be right. Oh my god, bringing communities together. You see, my streams are amazing. I was going to say Twitch is amazing, and I was like, Aaliyah, have some confidence, say it's you. It's not me, it's you guys instead, you're the good ones. I'm just sitting here chatting shit. And planting some trees, oh yeah. Grandparents are in their 80s and they just do whatever they want all day. They stay up until like 2 a.m. playing with their dog. Honestly, that sounds like fucking amazing. Although, great fact that because life expectancy is longer, we're expected to work longer, and like it's expected that by the time I reach what is, because like retirement age in the UK used to be 60, then it was 65. Now they're looking to up it to like 72, and it's expected that by the time we actually reach the age that we could retire, it's going to be something like, because there's like a scale model that someone did based on lots of maths that I won't go into, that I actually looked into while I was at uni because I did maths. And they were like, oh yeah, for your age group, you're expected that you're probably going to be allowed to retire at 87. And they're like, oh, well, it's because you're probably going to live till like 100 and this. And I'm like, mate, I don't want to live that fucking long. That's too much time. I think also it's something that rather hard to put into work. Oh wait, I'm going to keep reading chat first before I go on to it. Our grade system sucks here. Naj, hello. We're doing good. We're building a house. It's night time, so I'm going to run away before the mobs get to me. Thank you for logging my cursing. No one else has been, so we probably missed a few. There's a cuss counter. There is Naj wanting to call me out on it. You start new antidepressants, you need to be careful. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, it's so mind-boggling starting a new antidepressant because you're struggling to, like, making sure that your brain is safely recognizing and adapting to things, making sure that you report any symptoms. You can also have so many fucking symptoms. Past 50! I know! Naj, my friend Liv gave me a shout out on Instagram. Liv is very popular, and so many people came to follow me. I don't know why, but I'm so grateful. Keep tabs. Always will, Naj. Report back to you if anything happens. Naj's first contact if you have anything occur, need to tell anyone on Naj. Words. But yeah, I hope that the antidepressants work well. And another thing I personally have found with the antidepressants is, like, when I started these ones that I'm currently on, duloxetine, very fun. For one, you have to, like, slowly decrease your previous ones, slowly increase these ones, you deal with symptoms. But then, when you do start to, like, feel again, for me there was a lot of imposter syndrome. I was like, are these my actual feelings? Is this just a side effect of the antidepressants? Is this what I would genuinely be feeling if I had a normal brain that worked normally, you know? Which, in and of itself, is a stupid sentence and define normality for me. But, you know, it's like, I found it very hard myself personally to, like, even trust my feelings and stuff. Because I was like, are these actually what I would be feeling if I could, like, do everything myself? Who knows?
I was going to say something a while ago and I have completely forgotten what it was. Who knows? Not me. It might come back to me eventually. Yeah, welcome to my blocky house. It is a cube, as the game is. We are protecting ourselves from spiders. I hope you like it. It looks prettier because it's surrounded by pretty things. Okay, I'm going to get more wood to cover my roof, and then we will make some chests, get into the jungle. Can I make that jump? No. But I can make this one. Hey! I actually wasn't sure if I could make that jump, so I'm very glad I could. Because that would have been embarrassing otherwise. I was like, I can make this one. Oh. No, she can't. You haven't been too bad with the side effects. That's so good. But people have been consistently trying to convince you to be upset or insecure. People are toxic so much. I'm very sorry to hear that, sweetie. Genuinely, like, I'm glad that, like, you're looking after yourself. You're trying to make sure that you know what's right and suitable for you before you, like, run off and live your life. But you're still making sure you do live your life in doing that. You're also getting help, getting treatment, taking antidepressants, which I know can, for me at least, some members of my family were very against it when I started taking them and stuff. It can be such a mixed thing, and I think it's really good that you are, like, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, making sure you don't just, as the phrase goes, I suppose, try and run before you can walk, but also make sure that you're doing it safely and carefully, and you're a very smart being. I hope you're good, and as ever, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here, chat's here. We love you. We do. Absolutely. Not even, I realise I often sound sarcastic when I say things like that. I'm not being sarcastic. Genuinely love you so much, and always here if you ever need or want to talk. I shouldn't have put that last one there. I should have, because I need to do this. And now we're going to light up the roof so nothing fucking spawns up here. You poops. Yeah, very confusing and not helpful at all. That should be approximately okay. It's like, I know that the light does like 7 blocks. I can't be asked working that out properly in my head, so I'll just do that and hope it's okay. Close. Back hurts. You remember the name? Yeah, cam streams, I believe. I could be saying that and chatting absolute shit. Cam is so lovely. Cam is just such a genuinely kind, caring person. Big hugs also here. If anyone wants to talk about anything, but also please don't feel pressured into saying yes. Tia making the fabulous points. Like, genuinely, you don't feel like you have to share things if you're not comfortable doing it. But if you ever do want to, or want someone to talk to, we're here. We do care about you. But whatever's comfortable for you. Like, is this fully grown? Fuck! Don't judge me. Thank you. These were fully grown. Sorry. Sometimes I amuse myself. Okay. We're going to do a teeny little bit of organisation. And then we're going to go into the jungle. Welcome to the jungle! We got fun games! Sorry. I'll stop.
Naj is lurking. The poor plants. I know. Thank you so much for being here, Naj. They keep telling you that you should feel insecure about your body, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't associate my body / physical appearance with myself at all. And I'm like, yeah, medication's changing the way I look, but I don't feel like utter garbage right now, so I don't see a problem. Like, they're just fucking poops. I was gonna say a much stronger term, then realise Nash is gonna get me with the cuss thing many times if I do. Like, screw them. Like, if you are happy, or not even happy, if you're like fine with your body regardless of the way it is, that's fine. That's your body. That's none of their fucking business. And I think I have also had people being like, oh, well, now you're on this medication, but, you know, this might happen, and you might change this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I get that physical health is important, of course. But if I literally can't stay alive because of my mental health, I'm going to say that one takes precedent for right now. And we'll get to the physical one once I can, you know, manage that stuff okay. Like, I think many people are like, oh, but physically this is happening, and I'm like, and that's fine by me. That's fine, that can keep happening. I don't care, so long as I can, you know, manage day to day. Then if I choose to and if I want to, can work on my physical self. But if I literally can't function day to day, I can't be expected to change all these physical aspects about me or go to the gym every day to work out when I literally can't even have the mental capacity to make a cup of tea. Quite a lot of days I don't have the mental capacity to that. You literally just see it as your soul's flesh casing. It's just to hold your... Exactly. It is a physical form. What I personally myself think is more important is your mental, like, stuff. Like, people are like, oh, but you want to look like this. No, I want to be a nice, kind person. That's basically it. I don't care that much what my body is like. The only aspects that, like, you know, I personally feel are important somewhat again, is, like, am I physically healthy enough? Not because I'm like, oh, I want to look like this, but because I'm like, no, it's more that, you know, I probably will die of being very overweight otherwise, because I'll die of, like, a heart attack or something when I'm XYZ age. But otherwise, like, that's it. That's the only thing that really to me is like, this is why it's so crucial. But I agree, it's like, it's a vessel for you to carry yourself through. It's not, I don't know, I think it varies from person to person. I think in some ways some people might feel like, oh, because this is like the aspect of themselves that can be seen, whereas like the spirituality self can't be seen, then you could feel like, oh, I want that to sort of like reflect how I feel on the inside, which I get. I don't know. My goals in life are to be a kind person who helps people while still not feeling like shit and being admitted to the hospital. I have never related to a sentence more, I think, in my life. I want to be kind. I want to help people where I can. I also don't want to hate myself. That's pretty much the long and the short of it. It's, you know, and anything on top of that is a great bonus for me, personally. But, you know, many people, in fact, do not see it that way, and even though as kids we're told, hey, you need to be kind to people, you then sort of get older and they're like, oh yeah, but you also need to look like this, and you need to do this, that, and the other, and I'm like, oh my god, guys, you suddenly added so many caveats onto this that I was not prepared for. Those are so admirable and important goals, I think. Thank you. I agree. You know, be able to be comfortable and happy in living and in yourself, and then also to, you know, as the saying goes, do no harm, take no shit. Don't hurt people. Where possible, try and help them. Also, because mental health care where I live is absolutely abysmal. Oh god, I am very sorry to hear that. I can relate in quite a few ways.
I remember when I first went to tell doctors when I was at university in Hull, like, hey, my mental health is in the trash. I genuinely don't know how much longer I can do this without your help. The nurses who assessed me were asking various questions, and then they got into the question of where did you go to school, and I was like, oh, I went to this school. Oh, what type of... What the fuck was that music? It was like Jaws in the background. Where did you go to school? And I told them, they were like, they closed the notebooks. They would not talk a single more word to me when I was like, listen, I'm really struggling. They literally said, and I quote, "You're just a silly little private schoolgirl who doesn't understand emotions." Now, to avoid triggering people, I won't say what had recently happened that pushed me to go to the doctors. But let's just say this isn't my only Lifeiversary today. And I was just like, are you actually fucking kidding me? You are meant to be mental health nurses. Like, they were utter trash. And even, like, technically, I have been trying to get help and support since 2014. I am starting a course of therapy in the coming months. It has taken me 7 years to get it. You enjoy looking certain ways, and it's fun to do things like makeup and fashion, but it's literally just fun art. And yeah, exactly. I'm very much the same. Like, I do actually have, like, a beauty Instagram page, but it's just a form of art for me. It's a fun way to express myself. And I feel that way with, like, my body and clothing in many ways. Like, I have tattoos because it's a nice way for me to go, hey, here is a bit of my internal soul. Just put on my little outside for you. Just so you can get a little see into what's really me, you know? Oh my god, holy shit, is it acceptable for me to say I'd fight the people who said that thing? Yes, yeah, that's fine. Thank you, guys. It was many years ago, so I am mostly recovered from it. But yeah, it was madness. It meant that I essentially didn't go to get any mental health support for like an extra year than what I needed because people were twats. And then when I did get mental health support, I had to come home for the summer holidays. Spoke to the doctors here. They actually referred me on. They were like, oh god, I'm so sorry to hear that happened with the people in Hull. And they were great. I managed to get a GP whose husband was head of the mental health services in my area. So she took it seriously because she knew it was serious. Whereas some of the other GPs at my surgery, not so much. Sorry, the music is very nice. But like when I went back to Hull, they gave them like letters. They sent them letters saying, hey, you need to do these things to support her. You need to get this. Please continue to prescribe the medication and stuff. And I remember, literally, I went to like an appointment with GPs and they were like, well, because your doctors have like put it on your records, we have to do it. But we believe our nurses, and if it worked to us, we wouldn't do anything. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? There's a letter there from a psychiatrist confirming they've done a full assessment. Hey, guess what? I do have mental health issues. And you're just saying, nah, I don't like it. Like, Ari, hello. Yes. The doctors in Hull were twats. Then again, doctors here aren't much better. My GP, who... I don't want to dox anyone, but Ari, Munchkin in the chat, is my friend Ariane, who you are probably my longest standing friend. Like, person who I still talk to. Because we met when we were 9, 10? Something like that. Madness, I know. But there was someone who got the bus with me, whose dad was a GP. You might be able to get it from that. Anyway, he was my GP. Still is, technically. And I know, right? So long. And literally, I remember when I told my parents, which God, that was a fun ride. Told my parents about my mental health issues. Took a while for them to understand and for them to get it and to be okay about. Not that they weren't supportive about it, but that they were like, we never knew. You've never shown any symptoms. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm high functioning apparently, so just have to guess with me. Which is never good. But went to see the GP and I was like, I don't want to tell you guys what's going on in my head because it's not nice. I will talk to the GP, you can then come in afterwards and they can give you like an overview of what support I need. But you're not listening to me say, hey, I don't want to be here, essentially. And literally this GP, who was the biggest twat. Oh my God, we have bees! We have bees! Oh my God, guys, I'm so happy we've got honey. Your internet went out. Don't you worry, honey. Like, literally, looked me in the eye. He has... Any time I've ever seen this doctor since I was 9 years old, he would say, you just need to lose weight. I have had, like, crippling periods my whole life. Like, literally throwing up, fainting due to pain. Apparently I just need to lose weight. I once had an eye infection. Apparently I just need to lose weight. And like, yes, I get you are more susceptible to infections at a larger weight, but I've already got it. Give me some fucking antibiotics, you twat. No, just lose some weight. And so I told him about this. As per, he said I should lose weight. Because apparently then I wouldn't be so sad. Which I know, yes, weight and exercise can have an effect upon it, but mate, given the extent of sadness I just told you about, fuck off. And he literally said, if I were able to, I would recall XYZ's doctor's referral, but she sent it as an emergency one, so it can't be taken back. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. And then, my parents came into the room because they were like, oh yes, we want to hear about this, we want to support you however we can. And he was like, oh yes, it's such a serious thing she's got. From talking to her, it sounds like it may actually be bipolar or something. And I was like, you just told me you thought there was nothing wrong with me. This close to throwing things at these people, I don't care if they're on a different continent. The anger will just get it there. Absolutely disgusting as a medical professional. That is not on at all. Yeah, such bullshit. High functioning isn't even a thing. It's just a word people use to excuse not listening to people who are having actual problems. The origins, that I don't even know the origins of the phrase, honestly. But I can believe it. Yeah, it's not okay for, yeah. Someone say that. Let me throw hands, I will cross the ocean. I appreciate and love the support. Thank you. He was a prick. I have literally never seen him since then once. I kid you not, like, I have needed to go to the doctors, and they're like, oh yes, so we can see if Katech's available, and I'm like, no, thank you, I would rather see, oh, sorry, I gave his name. Damn it, fucking Aaliyah. You're trying not to say it, and then you said it. Like, we'll see if Bada is available. And I'm like, no, I'd rather see Smith, Jones, anyone. And they're like, oh really? But he's your GP. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. Fuck off with that bullshit. Twat. I just realised Black's a category. Yes, it is. I was so excited when I saw it. I actually saw it because I think when Camray did Knox the other day, Knox Smash, I do believe he had it on as a category, and I was like, there isn't a category for mixed race. Some people might be mad if you use one or the other. Well, some people will be mad if you use black. So I hope I haven't offended anyone. I am aware that obviously I do benefit from colorism, and I do not experience racism as much as someone with a darker pigment than me. But I mean, essentially, if Hitler was dividing us up, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be with the Aryans, so you're stuck with me. It's awesome, I signed a petition ages ago. You didn't, oh
I'm glad it went through. I remember, I know that description I gave was just really weird, but I was once talking with my mum, and I was like, well, we are black, and she was like, well, you're white, and I was like, no, we're not. And she was like, well, you're just as much white as you are black, and I was like, we're mixed race, yes, but if it's one or the other, we would be called black. She was like, well, I disagree, and I was like, yeah, okay, but if a racist comes along, they're not going to agree that we are white. Like, at the end of the day, the majority of the populace would not agree. Those people are white. Also, where is my white privilege in that case? Light privilege, yes, that is definitely a thing I do have, and I do acknowledge that wholeheartedly, because, I mean, my God, the amount of racism I've experienced is too much to try and explain, but the fact that I know wholeheartedly that I've gotten off lighter than other people is disgusting, is mind-boggling, is frustrating. It, you know, it, sometimes you look at the world and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, can we just, is there a reset button? Control Z? Oh my God, what a way to put it. I know, right? I don't know how else to put it. Also, I'm taking another bite of taco. Oh. Thank you, Nash. I'm glad you agree it's the truth. But don't forget, what am I not forgetting? Never your fault that you're doing me. Thank you very much. A short version of the origins, at least in relation to autism, because that's the one that I know the most about. Nazi eugenics, the high-functioning disabled children were deemed, oh my God, worthy of life, and the low-functioning kids were deemed unworthy, and that's why a lot of you... Holy fucking shit. Oh yeah, I knew about Asperger's and... I did not know that that's where the origins of, like, those terminologies came from. Jesus fucking Christ, remind me never to say them again. Thank you for educating me on that, and I'm very sorry if what I said earlier was in any way upsetting or triggering. Genuinely did not know, and I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay. You gotta head off. Have a good stream. Thank you so much, Rose. Mwah, 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 mwah. I will hopefully be able to catch your next stream. Fingers crossed. I have the next week off, so hopefully. Ooh, the light is going in real life, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close the window because I'm terrified of moths. I'll be back in a sec. I realised I didn't turn off my mic, so y'all can probably just hear me bumbling around for a little sec. Did I see Siren's tweet? I did not see her recent tweet, I don't think, but I can have a little look-see for it. Hello, I'm back. She retweeted something similar to this a little while back. Oh, I didn't know that. Have a great day. Have a great day. I didn't know that, and I feel like I should know that, and I'm very sorry. But yeah, the first time I ever heard that / was referred to as that was by a doctor. Not the great doctor, not the shit doctor either, just a general doctor who I was seeing to get like a refill of my medication because at the time, the NHS had a rule, I think it might still be a rule, that you couldn't get a refill of your medication for mental health issues without seeing a doctor. Probably not still a rule with COVID ongoing, but you know. But yeah, you couldn't get a refill of meds without seeing a doctor physically. So I was in and out of the doctor's surgery all the time. Now that I have a psychiatrist, he just is like, keep refilling this unless I tell you not to, and so they do. But yeah, this doctor was like, oh yeah, you're like one of the ones that like scares me. And I was like, I'm sorry, the fuck? And he was like, not in a bad way. And I was like, mate, okay, where are we going with this? And they were just like, oh yeah, it's just that you're so, that when most of the symptoms for when you are like in a depressive episode don't apply to you, so people just won't notice, and we wouldn't even notice. And I was like, I think I see where you're going, but explain. And he was like, well, it's just most people are unable to get things done, just, you know, from the general,
which is stupid because it's so different in every different person, but from, you know, the general descriptions that they give, I guess, most people can't get things done, most people will, like, get less work done, this, that, and the other. Didn't mean to throw you. And he was like, but you are the complete opposite. You will bully yourself into doing more. You will get even more done than when you were, quote unquote, fine. And I was like, yeah, that's true. That is very me. And he was like, so it's a lot harder to spot when you are experiencing these negative symptoms. And I was like, well, I just got roasted. Which is a weird thing to try and in many ways it was true when I told, like, my university lecturers and stuff to make them aware, hey, I'm gonna need more support. They were just like, I'm sorry, you? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, not to be rude, you always seemed so, like, on it. And I was like, oh, it's because my brain was screaming at me to be on it, you know? It wasn't triggering, it was just something you're quite passionate about because people like to use the term against you fairly often, and because you're mostly verbal. I'm so sorry to well, for one, I'm glad it wasn't triggering, but I'm so sorry to hear that. That's fucking disgusting of them. People are twats sometimes. Naj, add it to the cuss counter if you want to, go for it. I'm gonna be cussing a lot in this bit. It's a widely used term as well, so unless you're actively looking for why is this term bad, it's unlikely that you'd know. Well, thank you though for educating me, because that is important to know, and I wish it was known more that, like, hey, this isn't a thing. Education is important. It's not that you should have known that, but that you're learning. Humans can't know everything, but it's good that when you do learn, thank you for educating us. Thank you. I agree. It's one of those things I definitely myself do feel like when I remember when I worked one of my jobs at University of Hull. I worked in their accommodation office for a while, and at one point one of the staff members called me half caste, and I was like, no, shut the fuck up with that. Mixed race or biracial, not doing half caste. And another colleague was like, oh, sorry, I didn't realise that wasn't a thing. I've been referring to you as that as well. And there were two of them. The one who said it and the one who was like, I didn't realise. The one who said it was adamant that she should be allowed to say it and it was fine and blah, 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 blah. She was a 60-plus-year-old white woman who also supports Trump. So, the other one was a guy essentially my age.
Jinkies.
Thank you very much for blocking that. Myself in disguise. Ooh, hello. What are you disguised as? Thank you very much for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, it was like, she was like, I should be fine to say it. It's fine. Even when I explained that about, like, the Indian caste system and how it's like a hierarchy of, like, how important you are based on your blood purity. And also that the Latin word caste means pure, and you're only referred to as being half caste if you're mixed with white, because white is seen as purity. Like, the guy was immediately like, I'm so sorry, I did not know, I will try to do better and not use that term, and, you know, was amazing and tried to educate himself. And the woman was just a fucking prick. The guy actually in general was absolutely lovely and is still a very good friend. He's the one who said I was as close to 20 as I was to 30. But I remember, like, we were once chatting just after a day of work. We'd had some drinks and stuff. And we were chatting and he was like, I genuinely still feel bad about that. And I was like, dude, it's fine, you didn't know. Like, you know, you've said you grew up in a predominantly white area and stuff, so you wouldn't know. And he was like, can I tell you something in all honesty? And I was like, go for it. And he was like, you are the second black person I've ever had a conversation for more than 5 minutes with. And I was like, wow. And he was like, literally, I grew up in, like, a village. It was only white people. And in university, the course he chose also just had
no people of colour, because it was Hull, it wasn't exactly diverse a lot of the time, had no people of colour whatsoever. And so it was only in working with me that he'd spoken to someone really properly, and another person that was like a housemate's friend. And so he was like, there's lots of things that I've realised I don't know that I do want to try and learn, and I feel almost like ashamed that I don't know them. And I was like, it's not your fault you don't know them. You're trying to learn, and that's the important bit there. You're trying to educate yourself, you're trying to pick up on these things. Like, kudos to you. I was refused so many things because I got good grades in elementary school. Like, okay, but I'm not doing simple addition now at Bud. I'm gonna need a bit of extra help planning to do tax. Exactly. It's stupid. It's madness. I'll only add a cast when you do it jumping or when you're doing jump scare. Things like this. Oh, thank you. Pro tip for people who act like that lady: when a person from marginalised group says, hey, don't say that, it's not okay, shut your mouth and listen and stop saying the thing. Exactly. But with regards to like you getting the support, that I'm so sorry that you've been refused all that. It's fucking ridiculous. It really is. Like, the closest thing I can relate it to for me is my dyslexia, weirdly enough. When I was in school, they were like, oh, well, your grades are good enough in previous years that we're not going to bother testing you for it. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm saying I'm struggling now, and regardless of what was happening, this is the current situation. And they just write it off. And I can't even imagine what it's like for you going through that now, because obviously to such a higher scale that you're feeling this. I hope you're doing okay. I'm sorry for not saying very much in this conversation. I'm not ignoring any of the important points you're bringing up. In no way at all did I think you were ignoring things, Tia. Don't you worry. I understand as well, it's not all... You don't want to try and insert yourself in a conversation that you feel like probably you don't have as much to say about, and you don't want to speak over people who you know you should be listening to and learning from. And I think that's a good thing to have. I think it's a good thing to be able to recognise, hey, this is a time where I need to... That squid killed itself, I knew it fucking would. I think it's good to be able to say, hey, I'm recognising this is a time where I need to recognise... I'm saying recognise a lot. I recognise that I don't know everything about this, and that it's better for me to listen and learn from those who genuinely have, like, knowledge and experience of the things, so that you don't try and overshadow things with, like, knowledge that you don't have. And I think it's something we all need to try and do, and I probably don't even do it enough. Why am I carrying the ink sacks? I don't want them. I want the bamboo here. Thank heavens for shields. It's really not hard to stop saying that word. There are so many other things to say, including nothing. Exactly. Oh, my back hurts. You are just everything in my brain. You're putting it out in words, and I am just, yes, I agree wholeheartedly. You're also sorry you're not saying, you don't eat pandas. A brown one as well. Oh my god. Hello? Do you want some as well? Are you going to have a baby? Oh, we need a baby panda. Imagine if breeding pandas was this easy in, like, zoos. It's amazing that you're listening to it. I agree wholeheartedly. You can't add to the conversation, but it's great to listen and educate yourself. Yeah. Aaliyah's spitting facts for me. I think my back hurts is giving me, like, all of the stuff to start the facts up, though. Like, and also many facts that I can't speak on, like, the treatment of those with autism and the support that they receive. And, you know, you're educating me on many things, like the phrases of the functioning stuff, and the world's wild. The most we can really do is try and support each other. Guess we're planting bamboo there, didn't mean to. Try and educate ourselves, and, you know, listen when you feel that there's something you actually need. Whether or not you want to learn on it, you need to learn on it. You need to learn how to, like,
best to, like, support people, how best to, like, interact, how you can be better in your actions for others and stuff. I'm very thankful to be able to listen to these vital conversations. In a jokey fashion, I'm the palest person alive. Oh, fair enough to you. Oh, but yeah, I think it's similar to, like, one of the reasons why I love Hush's streams, because when a topic like this does come up, he is so, like, kind and considerate and listens so well, and when it is stuff about, like, race, he will give an input and he will say, like, his experiences, but when, like, we've previously discussed things like feminism, he pretty much reads messages from chat and he's like, it's not my place to speak, I'm gonna, like, share your voices, try and give you that platform to discuss things, and, like, yeah, I think it's always an important thing, and I always hope that I would be able to, like, I don't know, if people were here, they'd feel like they were able to, like, listen and talk and do... I have a parrot. Wait, is it... It has a parrot. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't want to get rid of the parrot. Where did it go? Oh, come here, buddy. Let me... Hey. Oh, no, don't give me sticky keys. I think just get him up being like, do you want to turn on sticky keys? And I'm like, no, I don't. Oh. Whoa, the panda sneeze. Thank you very much for clipping that, Naj. Also, thank you, Tia, for clipping the other day when we were playing Resident Evil. I just saw that when I was, like, looking at my account. I was like, oh, Tia clip. Oh, wow. Look at people clipping me thinking I'm doing interesting things. It's amazing. Since I'm white, I also try to be quiet more often than not when people talk about racism, because I don't experience it, but I also need to learn about it and I want to do my part. That's the thing. And yeah, I think I wholeheartedly agree. It's very much recognizing when you do need to, like, sit back and listen and try to educate yourself, and I think it's good that you do feel like that is something you care about and want to learn about. Like, when my relative says nasty things, I'm going to call them out, but if a POC is educating me on something, I'm not going to try and correct them. Thank you. Because that is genuinely something. I remember I was talking a lot with Liv about this at lunch, actually. Like, a year ago, obviously, with everything with George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement, and you found so many, whether it was white people or white passing people, tone policing people of colour and saying they ought to feel a certain way, or the terminology we were choosing to use wasn't correct. And, like, it's like, I've had people say to me, mixed race is actually, like, offensive, I think, to people of colour. And I'm like, I am a person of colour. I am mixed race. Fuck you. I personally have always, like, I think my family has always generally used that term. I think people here in the UK tend to use that term more than biracial a lot of the time. I think, as well, mixed race does cover the fact that not everyone is just two races mixed together. It's a melting pot and stuff. Ooh, we've even got some lava. Very nice. Yeah, you know, what if you're more than two races? Are you supposed to then be, like, triracial? Obviously, that's just a little pedantic of me. But, like, I am comfortable with that phrasing to describe myself. I think that's the phrase that I would probably relate to first over biracial. Like, I do also, like, relate to biracial. Yes, that does describe me, and if you wanted to say that phrase instead, cool. But don't tell me that I can't say the phrase that I associate most with myself. Like, what? The fucking entity. As a black Muslim, I appreciate wholeheartedly when people sit back and listen and educate themselves, and not butt in when they know jack shit. And I do the same when I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Naj. Come here, buddy. Come here. Get inside. Oh, I'm gonna make you a jukebox when I find a diamond. Can you sit? Can you sit? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's people trying to speak on things that they don't know, and that you are a person who lives and experiences, and they try to sort of almost like negate what you've been through and be like, oh well, I don't care if you've never seen that, Harold. I have, and it's my life. And I think, yeah, especially like with various things when discussing like Islam or race, and like I myself, even though my name is an Islamic name, Aliyah, my dad is a Muslim. I was not raised Muslim, so if people are talking about that sort of thing, I will usually take a back seat and try to listen. Obviously, if it's a bunch of white people, I would try and like maybe be like, from what I know, which still is limited and should not be taken as the whole of everything, this is the thing more. But yeah, especially if I'm surrounded by like Muslim people, I'm like, no, you guys speak, I am listening. That's my place in this. I'm not saying, hey, I know what's up, I'm gonna rule the coop or something. Sort of a tangent, but still related. I've seen people apologise, usually not very well, for being racist, and then a bunch of people who are not yeah. A bunch of Caucasian people accepting and forgiving someone's racist past and tendencies, when, guess what, you weren't the people who they were attacking, offending, disrespecting. It's not an apology to you. You don't get to accept it. I've also had, during the Black Lives Matter thing, people being like, oh, how dare you support this person when 30 years ago they said this thing, maybe. And I'm like, oh, okay, but since then they've done this, that, and I genuinely believe and accept that. And they're like, how dare you not recognise this thing and how it's really racist. And I'm like, you're going to tell me as a person of colour who I should and shouldn't believe and what I should and shouldn't like have a say on. What? It's very frustrating. My dad's Muslim. Yes, he is. So my dad grew up in Nigeria, which prior to British colonisation was a Muslim country. And so my Nigerian grandfather and Nigerian grandmother are Muslim, or were Muslim in the case of my grandfather, who passed away a long time ago. No worries about that. And because Nigeria was a Muslim country, and then Britain came over and started killing people if they didn't convert. And it's one of the reasons why my grandfather was so staunchly and like strongly Muslim, because he'd seen like friends and family be killed for not converting, and he was like, no one's going to take my faith away from me. And honestly, fucking kudos to the guy. Like, yeah, I'm identical to Nat. I'm just too in sync, okay? There's plenty of aspects of racism that I don't see often. That's not because they don't exist, it's because I don't experience people being racist towards me. Exactly. Or also, like, if you live in an area that there aren't many people of colour, yeah, you're not going to see people being spat at because no one's fucking there, you know? I've said on Cam stream as well, damn, I love it. A true trooper, oh my god, I love him, send him my love. I absolutely will. I'm trying to think what to do next, guys, because, you know, we've got a bit of a house set up, trying to get these things to grow. I think, what time is it? It's 9:30. I think we might call the stream here, if that's okay. I hope it is. Because you know what? I think another squid killed themselves. Oh my god. I'll tell him I said salam alaikum. I will. Alaikum salam. As I'm sure he will say back to you. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for being here and chatting with me on what is a very emotional day for me. Luckily this year mostly one of positive emotions. I love you too. I love you. I love all of you. You guys have all like, y'all who are here have been here for various streams. You have all been so supportive. People who are lurking as well, love you too. Even if you're lurking, even if it's your first stream and you're lurking, I still love you. You are so kind and supportive, and genuinely have made this day a lot better and a lot more, like, cozy and heartfelt on what could have been a sad day. Thank you. Oh, you guys. Tia. Oh, Ari. I love you guys so much. And thank you for being here. My back hurts. Oh, little blush face. Oh. But yeah, it's been amazingly fun. Let's get us some music to see us out. Why don't we? Let's do this. Let's slowly bring it up. And let's go to this screen. It's almost like I'm learning what I'm doing, guys. But yeah, as ever, thank you so much. In general, just this stream and streaming in general has been so much fun. It's been so welcoming because of all of you just being so kind. But I'm a pro. Thanks, boo. But like, especially today of all days, because I know I didn't like say what was going on really. I just sort of was like, it's gonna be a stream, and then earlier I did tweet out about it. But you've got a new idea for a command. Hit me with. Do you know what? Set it up. Just do it. I trust you. That's how much faith I have in you. You can just set up a command and I'm gonna be down with it. I can already tell. But yeah, it's a very heartfelt day for me, and you're doing it now. Glad to hear it. I cannot say how much I appreciate all of you being here. Even if you are lurking, which you're welcome to do, always in this house. We appreciate lurkers in this house. Heck, I spent my first 3 years watching Dean lurking. Spent the first 6 months watching Cam completely lurking. Not 6 months, probably like 4 months. Like, I'm a big lurker. But as ever, I hope you're doing well, both physically and mentally. And if you are ever not, if you ever do feel like you need someone to talk to, all of my DMs, inboxes, etc. are always open. And I hope that even if you feel like you can't reach out, that things do improve for you soon. And that you do take care of yourself, because you genuinely are important, not just to me, but to everyone. And you mean so much, and I am happy that you are here. And with that bout of soppiness, I will let you be. Pro stream. Aaliyah, you're a pro streamer. Stop talking down on yourself. Amazing. Perfect timing. Absolutely incredible. Now you did it again. You saw the bar, you raised it. But thank you guys so much. I love you all. As I have this coming week off work, you're probably gonna see quite a lot more of me. And probably some earlier streams possibly as well, because I know for many people, especially like Ghost Kid, making it to this time, which is 4 AM for them, is a struggle. But I love you all. And hopefully I will see you again soon. Have a good one, you lovely little beans.